but he is hungry. The way he played the LCQ, eliminating so many different Japanese players in his path, and I feel like he understands kind of like what the Japanese player mindset, what they go for. A lot of like parries, a lot of also anti-air situation. But the thing is, when it comes to scenarios where Riddles can condition people with Terry, he's so good. Like, if I can see him condition Punk in the online weekly tournaments, I could see him condition Momochi as well. And it also feels like Momochi can get out. Like, he sometimes gets impatient from the match we saw earlier with Kawano and Momochi, right? And I think Riddles will put him in the same scenario with Terry, especially with OD Power Wave, dry rushing forward, make a guess. And also, I just really like Terry this season. This
kind of a little bit of kind of his own medicine,
yeah.
I guess, with the Mai. Similar kind of situation with the projectile and progressing behind it. Jammers, it's time for your doctor's notes. What's your hot take of the day?
Are you giving me permission to share my opinion live on camera? Is that
absolutely? As long as it's not about dive kicks, you are free
sure?
to go.
All right, where's the camera? Look directly, look me deadpan in the eye. Fantastic. I think it's that one. Right. I love my European players. All the Europeans in the loser side or the lower bracket, I don't think any of them are making it out. That's my opinion.
Traitor.
Oh,
that's a little bit of reverse psychology, by the way. I love them. I love you all. But for a lot of you, this is your first time here.
Not the slow zoom.
I want you to do well. But the way some of you guys have been playing, first day jitters, I get that. And listen, I'm a backup dancer. You guys are the main players. So I need you to bring your A game today. But if you don't, you heard it here first.
All right. Jammers decided that he doesn't want to go back to the UK after this event.
We'll take you in the US.
He's staying here. Or Cola's smuggling him home in his luggage.
Bro.
Cola, it's time for your doctor's notes. What's your hot take?
Bro, how do I follow that up? That's insane. My man went against his own country, but you know what?
10 toes down, Cola.
All right, people. Time to turn your head and cough. I think that Mickey's going to get out of his group just fine. I think he's going to display the same sort of ignorance and impression on Wake Up, and people will still not be able to capture or defend or block. No offense to those that he played, but it's going to happen again. I'm sorry.
that's not a hot take.
That's not a hot take at all. Usually a player after getting hit,
not a hot take.
Five or six dive kicks from Wake Up, he going to walk it out. Okay, fine. Okay, how about this?
That was lukewarm at best.
Ryukichi will get out of his group. He's going to defeat DCQ.
You know what?
If he stays with Ken. No Mai. The Mai not going to get it done. Go back to Ken. If you go back to Ken, you'll get the win, all right? That's a bar you can take, Ryukichi. No more Mai.
Can we rephrase the question? All right, let's be real here.
All right.
Do you think Dual Kevin is
out of his group?
Yeah.
Bro, he's beat mad Japanese players in the past. I think he can take down Shoot though.
I'm talking about today.
Big Bird?
You know,
oh yeah, he gonna beat Big Bird. I'm sorry, Big Bird, and that's the homie
or
too.
Hurricane Shine.
Hurricane Shine?
You like Hurricane, but Shine's, from the US of A. That's a tough one for you. I say that's the one that...
Hurricane!
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Cammy, man. The way he plays
Fresh
that character.
out the oven. Scalding hot takes, the doctor's notes there. Let's take a look at our match of the day, and this one is very spicy when it comes to the club championship. There he is. Team Liquid's nephew, the lone representative. He is going up against the master of poison himself, though, Hikaru, who has looked so dangerous this year. Can nephew pull it out? That's our matchup of the day. Of course, all eyes will be on Punk, but they're looking at the decider match. But this one, opening matchup of the day. Justin, why did we pick this?
Obviously, we picked it because Team Liquid needs this win from nephew to obviously go through the whole tournament and possibly win the event, to even try to overtake Team Falcons as if Team Falcons doesn't do well in the other games as well, right? So that's the most important part. But the thing is, that path is crazy. First, he has to fight Hikaru, then possibly he's going to fight against Tokido to try to get into the round robin. And the problem with this is that at big events, nephew doesn't really perform as well. I actually checked some of the online replays, and he won against Hikaru, and he also won against Tokido online. But that's when you're home, that's when you're in your hotel, in a tournament setting like EWC. That's the tough part right there.
Well, yeah, there's the extra condition, and there's a massive condition here. So if he's going to let that get the better of him, we'll actually see that in his gameplay, because I love the way nephew implements new tech and incorporates strategies. But like you said, when it comes down to gambling, he'll have to double down on something that's not exactly the way it should be working. But Hikaru's in a bit of a weird spot. He was super stressed out when he was trying to qualify. Because remember, he qualified at DreamHack Summer last year. That was easy. Now the way the qualification process worked this year, Logan, vastly different. So he could still be stressed from qualifying and playing those shaky matches, you know?
It's going to be a very exciting one. Let's take a look at the players making their way into the arena, courtesy of Jamil Motorsports. And there you can see Noah.
なんならこのまんまの画角で見
He,
る
of
か
course, is
試合
in the
始ま
lower
った時だけ
bracket
覚え
as
てた
well.
らあれする
A whole host of players fighting for their survival today. Our first matchup of the day, however, is going to be Narukun versus Latif. And there they are getting their
こうやって取るん
keys.
だ だ
Some
か
of
らメダ
those
ルに
will
めっちゃ
not
指
be
紋ついてたんだな
intact after the first couple of matches are done, and I cannot wait for the key crushing. Personally, my favorite part of this event. Latif, he looks in a lot
でも
better
ぶっちゃけ
spirits
こ
than
れ
he
普
was
通
when he
に
just
記
picked
念
up
で持っ
that,
て帰
that
りたい
key.
よ
Seems
な
to have cheered
まあ
up
プレ
in
ス
that,
される
that,
から
that
無理なんだろうけど
10-second period of walking from the key wall to getting
そこもま
backstage.
たい
It's
い
great
と
to
ころ
see
で
him
は
in
ある
good
か
spirits as well. Latif versus Narukun, our first matchup of the day. Guys, how do we see this
Latif?
Group A unfolding?
You know, I like that you mentioned that Latif is in better spirits today because when you
あ
go
ーつかこれ
down
グ
to
ル
the
ープ
lower
1個
bracket
につき
after
2
losing
回
in
プレスあん
the
のか
upper bracket, it's like kind of like
ウケる
a
な
big burden just got off your
Yeah,
shoulders.
weight off your shoulders
Right?
sort of thing.
So
Gory
I
press.
think Latif is going to come in here like, you know what? I have nothing to lose. I'm going to play my game because I trained for this. And we know Latif is godlike. So I want to see Latif to perform really well. But how do you guys feel about Bison versus Kimberly, though?
I'm not a huge fan of it from what I've seen, but because Kimberly doesn't have a reversal just as much as Bison, and Bison's got the purple
今日が
dynamite,
一番
it's
プレ
like,
スされ
okay,
る日
let's
かも
find
な
out. Because here's the thing,
最もプレ
Kimberly
スさ
got
れ
one
る
of the most
日
round-defining changes with the extended time on the canisters before they actually explode. So actually, to be fair, now that I think about it, both characters can make each other
Exactly.
Well, we
explode.
saw Zhen switch to Bison after being, was it 2-0 down against Matsu? And it
Yeah, it
definitely
was,
made
it
all the
was.
difference for him because Kimberly don't have a reversal
一
either.
日
And
の
that's
サイ
great
プレ
time
ス
for
回数だっ
Bison's
たら多
pressure,
分
right?
今日ナンバー
So
ワ
it'll
ン
be
じ
a
ゃね
very
えかな
interesting matchup. That's going to be our first one. Of course, we have got the bilingual sensation that
半
is
分プレ
Ryan
スだから
Hart.
48
Everyone's
人
always
の半
surprised
分
when
で
they hear Ryan
24プレ
speaking
ス
perfect, fluent
ちょっと後
Japanese,
半
but it is
後半
one
も
of his
プレス
great
見慣れ
talents
てそうだな
alongside being in the Guinness
だいぶ
World
見慣れそう
Records book for a multitude of achievements as a fighting game legend. But here he is interviewing, I believe, Narukun. So let's find out what Narukun has to say. All eyes are on him for our first matchup of the day.
Day 2 commences here on Street Fighter 6. Narukun rushed off him yesterday. I wanted to talk to him a little bit about what his changes will look like for Day 2. 昨日、
あ日本
大変でしたが
語話してるんだ、
期待してた結果は自分で出せなくて、今回、2日目は何を変えるんでしょうか。
そうですね。まあ相手がそもそも違うんであれですけど、まあやっぱりよく対戦しているキャラのベガを使っているラティーフが初戦なので、いつも通りやれたらいいかなと思いますので、頑張ります。
いい目的ですね。
はい。
So today he's got a different opponent. He's going to be fighting Latif as the day begins, and obviously the opponent's different, and he's going to be trying to just play his A game, play consistently, throw out the person that he knows he is. That's what it is. The challenge of tournaments is being yourself on that big stage, and this is what his goal is today. See you guys later. We'll see you for the next interview. Bye-bye.
Latif and Narukun, our first match of the day in Group A. Of course, Noah the Prodigy awaits in the decider match. He soundly defeated Latif in their first meeting as a Twisted Minds inter-team clash. Are we going to see the run back? We'll find out a little bit later on. Group B coming up as well. And Justin, you already picked out Riddles and Momochi as an exciting match. I want to say something though. For me, all eyes were on Group E as the group of death, but slyly, Group B is also one of the groups of death. Mena RD, the most informed player in the world. Momochi and Koano, both Evo champions, both legends in their own right. And I have to say, Koano, I don't think gets enough credit for his performance on the big stage. You know, he kind of goes under the radar until it's time to perform. He had a great EWC last year. He's always performed in the SFL World Championships and Capcom Cups. This is a very difficult pool. Riddle's making it out of here, Justin, would be an incredible achievement for him, wouldn't it?
I think it would, obviously, because nobody is like kind of believing in him in terms of like getting sponsors or anything, and he's coming from a different scene, like I mentioned. But this is also a really tough group, Momochi and Kawano. But I think Cola, like, you commentate a lot of riddles of matches, so like, what do you think about his chances?
I mean, he's got practice against both characters over in the U.S. You know, we have some Ed players that are out there. We do have some really good Akuma players like Thunder DeLangus. So he has the experience with the characters. Now, the play styles are what I'm worried about. I'm also worried about his mental. I feel like every time he loses, he gets stronger. But this is a different sort of weight. So we're just going to have to see in the match.
Absolutely, and we can hear directly from Riddles right now. We've got an interview with him ahead of his lower bracket match. Let's hear from him.
First game today for you is going to be against Momochi. I'm sure you've been thinking about the matchup, doing some preparation. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good.
What preparation have you done ahead of the game?
I just fought against the Sharzad. So, you know, slabbing, watching character, playing against him, you know.
How do you feel about the Ed-Terry matchup?
I think it's like 5-5.
Oh, yeah?
Probably. I think both are able to do their stuff properly, I think. So, yeah.
Do you feel that the first to three element favors you or Momochi?
If you watch my online tier in the tournament runs, you would know that it definitely favors me. I think
Just wanted to get that out of you.
the amount of reverse trios I've done in online tournaments. If you watch online tournaments in America, you would know. But yeah, I mean, I just think best of five or first to three is just more fun, anyways. So, you know.
Totally agree. Wish you the best of luck. Hope it all works out the way you need. All right, guys. Thank you very much. See you later.
A man of few words, but a lot of action. He's going to have to be in action today as he faces two very, very powerful players, potentially to make it out of one of the most stacked groups. Guys, can he do it?
I think Riddles can do it as long as he doesn't get into that zone where they have to play the footsies and Whiff Punish War. Just play the Street Fighter 6 game.
Jamis, you got any big predictions for our first two groups?
I think Latif could do it, but it's going to be a tall order.
Cola?
I think it's going to be a nightmare on J Street. And it's going to be good for Noah, first group.
That was good. I'll give you that.
コーラの見て
Well, guys,
この人の名前
that is
コーラだったよ。
it for us here. Thank you so much for joining us on the pre-show. I am very, very excited to get into this, our
コーラより
first
ドク
two
ターペッパーの
groups.
見て
It's elimination time here for the players. Some hopes, dreams, and keys are about to get crushed under that hydraulic press. That's right, my favorite day of the week, because I'm an evil man at heart. I just like seeing those keys getting crumpled. And of course, they will be making their way into that trophy amongst the resin to be suspended forever in
ペ
history.
プシもコーラだよね
Whilst we look ahead at the next phase of qualification here, we've got 12 groups to go through. 12 more players will make it out into the next round robin phase and potentially join those 12 names that have already made it into the playoff stages. It's all to play for. It's do or die here at the Esports World Cup Street Fighter 6, and you do not want to miss any of the action. There's no more second chances. It all comes down to this, and the action starts after this.
でも実際年取ってきてから別にペプシはペプシでうまいんだよな普通に好きになってきたなんか強酸炭酸ペプシみたいな音でっかちっちゃい缶のやつうまい
So crazy in my pool. I think it's the hardest in this EWC Street Fighter 6. Last year, I lose and lose. That's why I have to revenge in this EWC.
みんなどのブロックもきついんで、自分のところもきつかったです。
みんな強い相手しかいないんですけれども、全力で戦って、いい試合ができればと思っています。
あどんだけこすられるんだよこれこすられすぎだろまだ24時間経ってないのに俺10回ぐらい見たんだけど あ、すごい。ライブにマークつくんだな。いいね、これ。
Welcome to the Esports World Cup. It is Elimination Day, and you know what that means. Hopes and dreams will be crushed. There is no time for games. This is time for legacy. This is where the big dogs put up or shut up. That is something that I do not know how to do well because I am one of your hosts, Hollywood Rob TV, and I am joined here with the phenomenal Milosh. What's going on with you, bro?
Oh man, after yesterday, I needed a little lie down because my God, if you missed out on yesterday, I'm sure everybody and their mom so far has seen some of the clips, but especially one. You saw it in the countdown.
昨日より試合のテンポ緩やかになりそうだな。フレス分。
Oh my days. Game 5, they're on it. One health, and then still Shanghai brings it back as Punk. Why you standing up, man?
It was a bit crazy. Actually, a bit crazy understatement. There's not too many times where something happens and you know that it's a moment in history and that it's something that we're not going to forget. But of course, Punk's still alive in the tournament and was playing phenomenal even in that match. I think he still has a very strong chance to win this entire tournament. He's just that damn good. That said, also, we have Blaws versus Crame. 14 years old and 15 years old. These guys came up together in Chile, ended up having to play each other, but you saw them beating extremely strong competitors like Phenom. These guys are looking amazing, and that's something that's newer in the world of Street Fighter, to have kids be this good at the game.
And that's a very good thing because it means that there's more and more talent being developed, which is crazy because both of their ages combined barely get to the age of Street Fighter as a franchise. Yeah, we're old, man. We already crossed that rainbow road. We're already way past that. But it's incredible to see there's fresh blood that's coming in, a lot of talent that's growing up with these games that we've grown up with when we were kids. And it's a very different environment. It's not the arcades back in our day. But it's great to see. It means it's a good life for Street Fighter.
I do have to make sure before we get to bringing out our first match that I do give a shout out to how my man's Minna RD is looking right now. I mean, 3-0, 3-0. Fresh off of winning Evo Japan, fresh off of winning Evo in Las Vegas, and then now he is trying to complete the trifecta by winning EWC. That was extremely tough to stop. And I do know, you said, how many rounds did he lose?
でそれがグループごとに1人ずつ抜けてってるから残ってる3人のすでに初回敗退した組でまず戦って勝った人が勝ち負けの人と戦ってそこの勝者が上に上がる。で12人決まるまでかな多分今日。
For them, we got Onic also here behind Narikun and Latif, who really lives up to his name.
で今日抜ける人たちは1位で抜けた人たちとは別の枠になるのかな。
It's kind of fascinating that a player's name can mean
要はイメージ的にはルーザーズ側から上がってきた人っていう考え方が近いか。
But you're using Steve Viper, using the burn kick, stressing out Big Hollywood and everybody else who's playing the game. That said, we don't need to stress right now because we are about to get into an absolute banger.
Yes, it starts with here. Reminder, today is the first day of eliminations. You start losing, Yorkie gets crushed, and you saw my man Rob was showing you how it all looks like at the end. Let's get it all started. Latif, Narikun coming at you right now.
で、多分明日がフェーズ2サイドの12人が戦ってそれが6人になるのか。あ、じゃあ6人じゃねえか。いや6人だったのか。6人ね、あ、違う違う6人じゃねえ。6人じゃおかしくなる。16人になるように調整されるから4までなんのか。どういう組み合わせ、どういう組み方するんだろう。
is seeing dreams turn to nightmares. And that's what we're going to see today. Of course, we got Narikun fans in the building. We got plenty of Latif fans in the building too. And the winner of this doesn't even get out of this stage of the group yet, right? They still got to face Noah the Prodigy to try to get into that group. number 2.
That's right. As St. Cola had mentioned, he could be the nightmare on J Street that awaits the fate between either of these competitors. But going into further details, Latif, he's been rocking that Bison, didn't have the success he was looking for towards one of his teammates. However, this is his only shot at greatness to qualify. One of the big concerns is, as Jammers was talking about earlier during the analysis portion, how does that fare up against an aggressive character like Kimberly in the hands of someone like Naughty?
Exactly right. That's what I'm really looking forward to seeing how these two play out. You can see we had a bit of a successful anti-air percentage from both sides as well. Latif a little bit stronger, but I want to see if he's going to be able to keep that consistency up against the Kimberly, right? She's got a shallow elbow drop as an option. We've seen actually Latif's anti-airs, that crouch heavy punch, already get spaced out by Noah in that opening round match from Group A, right? So that's something I'm going to be looking forward to. And just in general, I think that Logan mentioned it earlier, right? We saw Zhen switch to the Bison in this very matchup and ended up bringing back 3 games straight up against one of the other Kimberlys in the bracket. So that's going to be something to watch. Both of these carriers are extremely oppressive. Whoever gets knocked down first, good luck, fam.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, because most of the time when it comes to either game plan from either character, it's going to be heavily grounded based. So despite what it says on the anti-air number, I don't even know how much into effect that's actually going to be playing, right? They do have pretty succinct anti-airs. I think Kimberly has a better one with the mixed potential, because Bison, let's face it, he does have a lot of recovery on that bad boy. Despite it being cancelable, most of the time you're kind of hovering around the stage a little bit, trying to master charge, but if you're trying to get within that range to anti-air successfully, you're dropping it. The big potential comes out more from Kimberly. I don't even know if it's ever going to be like a factor, to be honest with you, right? I feel like those two small details and what they can do against an airborne opponent does not work out in this exact matchup. What does apply, however, is how strong your defense is, right? Both have very, very solid ways to set you up for disaster. One of them being from the side of Bison, the purple dynamite. From the other side, the explosive spray cans. We'll see which comes into play first. It's just a matter of time. Here it comes. Game number 1, Nadakun versus Latif. Kimberly versus M. Bison.
Indeed, and when your character's lacking some defense on knockdown, right, it's all about winning the neutral. You can't afford to get knocked down in the first place. So much of what they decide on is whoever gets that first knockdown. You can see Latif already pressing the gas as soon as he gets the sweep.
We saw the attempt from the defensive measure from Naughty-kun. He did get the perfect parry, just not the right angle. Or standing, if you get the right normal. But already off to an explosive start. I think from both ends, technically already in burnout from his own accord. Naughty-kun now being able to dictate the pace, no pun intended, against Bison.
Indeed, I see you. And right now, just abusing that burnout. Taking full advantage of it. Great stuff from Naughty-kun. He's going to set up 2 games. Just tap the dome, blessed it with the kneecap.
Damn. I don't want to excellent defense up until that point. The driver does get immediately checked. Naughty-kun is still trying to stay active while he burn out this side. It's going to be everything for Latif. He does get the DI, catching the shins, bouncing off the palm tree. Probably a coconut one. He actually dropped it.
Latif, that should have been the entire round right there. He had 2 bars as well. The round definitely would have been enough to kill, but that slipped through his fingers early. Latif, you got to have that short-term competitive memory. Baits out the super. This is a great start to the follow-up round.
The double Psycho Crusher into the level 3 relatively early. I like this damage dump out. Build more meter to get yourself ready for the next one.
This man looked to send a message with that one. Yeah, Naughty-kun definitely struggling, already in the yellow because of that. And you try to elbow drop from there with the Psycho Crusher. Offensive drive reversal. Love that decision as well, but Naughty-kun is going to get a chance.
Did you get the final fight combo, roundhouse to check, possibly a delayed tech, forcing Latif into burnout. Naughty-kun actually going to be backing off just a little bit. He doesn't want to be too risky with the amount of life he has left, and also how little his drive gauge is. He can't get a really big confirm that leads into a kill. It can lead to a knockdown, but you still have to force a guess.
And I love that from Latif, right? He was just sitting on the head stomp charge, waiting until Naughty-kun got close enough to him for him to escape the corner. Very smart. And Naughty-kun, like you mentioned, so low on resources, didn't want to commit. Does stuff the Psycho Crusher. That's happened another drive reversal. He's got the on deck, Jeremy.
Either one works, I'll tell you what, because this is going to be a pretty significant amount of damage, if not death. Is this game number 1? It has to be. Ninja Star Cypher in critical art mode.
いいです
shaking off the nerves.
Oh my goodness, bro. Yeah, Narikun, he's not letting any opportunities
でも
slip through his
CA でも
fingers,
さ
right? We saw, unfortunately for Latif in that first
本当に
round,
ぴ
it
ったり
should've been his
2500
ball
の黄
game.
色だったら
Both of these players are
知らんこ
consistently
ともあるよ
putting it
な
all on
多分
offense, right? We saw them both burn out. Unfortunately for Narikun, he was the one that was in burnout towards the latter half of the round. It was just a drop from Latif that allowed him to sneak back into the round. And then, of course, in the subsequent round, Narikun just managed to take control yet again. And we see how potent this offense is. That was the tail of the tape coming in. Once you get knocked down, you ain't gonna get back up.
素晴らしい一勝
Damn, they got the full support. They got the LED screens with Narikun win. I hope you don't have to edit that anytime soon, I'll tell you what. But again, like the nature of how aggressive these characters can be, I'm thoroughly impressed by the way Narikun held back in that final moment of round 2. Very short on resources, very short on life, and just waited it out for his big opportunity. That was massively impressive.
Yeah, honestly, I was like concerned for him. I thought I was like, you should go in, man, but obviously he knew what he was doing. Well calculated all the way through. Now Narikun pick it up right where he left off. We're in the corner. Oh, a little bit too far for the throw attempt, though.
Just a bit shy, giving Latif that big window of opportunity. He's trying to breeze right on in there, especially with the purple dynamite established. He did have a block string for himself. He did have defensive pressure. But now the airborne play starts to come into effect from Narikun. What do you do about it? The drive rush exposes the low. Here comes the big knockdown sequence. Narikun throw drive rush on in there. Latif tried to move out of danger.
Indeed, now he's locked into this corner. I was going to say he doesn't want to press back just yet. Tried the stand medium kick, but Narikun keeping it nice and compact. Just use his stand medium kick, stand light kick to try to get that last bit of health, but he gets caught. Look at the jump or backdash. Latif got a big chance here.
Man, getting a lot of mileage out of the cycling studio, I'll tell you what. Those scissor kicks, those bicycle kicks have been coming in.
ODSA2 だったら死んでた
point, drive rush again, exposing the defense of Latif.
You know, he tried the drive rush drive impact as well. That's honestly a tap parry counter a lot of the time, but it looked like Narikun held it, especially with the bomb planted. It incentivizes him to hold it. Now the sneaky cross up. Oh man, he's gonna go into level 3 off of it as well. It's a big start for Narikun.
You do get the power up, the buff intact for Narikun, now being able to oppress a little bit more with an impressive walk speed. And I guess damage regulation.
投げて打撃当てて爆弾爆発したらやばいぞおあーちょっとさすがに距離おいったさすがにいった
with the perfect exclamation point to start our EWC Day 2.
Wasn't even done with the combo, but we're already immediately going into the third game. A very impressive showing thus far from Narikun, exposing down below. Low medium kick to start from Latif. A little bit too shy for the throw to connect, but I might have thought that was rather intentional as we see that develop in the meta, right? We have these kind of big throw whips that happen a lot to force maybe a little bit of a muscle memory habit type of thing. But that is an excellent drive reversal. Granted, he's in burnout. It got him out of a lot of danger.
Precisely. I think he was going to get burnt out either way, right? He would have to bet on a parry, but that opens you up to a throw, and you get punish counter, and you'll still lose your bar. So I really like the fact that Latif has got out of that situation entirely. These stand fierces, though, I'm a little scared. He's throwing them out a lot. He's got him with punish. He's got him jumped on. That's something to look out for.
If he ever gets that chance, Narikun allowing Latif to get out for free. Does get the anti-air against the very sharp elbow. Narikun trying to preserve some meter too well in the corner. No step out of the corner just yet, speaking of which.
Yep, and then Latif not actually trying to stop the run that time, respecting the frame trap follow-up. Oh, and the jab just believed it and sent the drive rush cancel after. No drops this time, Latif settling in.
Thank God he didn't end it with like a Psycho Crusher, no scissor kick or anything, because I don't think the scaling would have allowed him to get that round after all. So signs of life from Latif up until this point yet again. Drive rush early standing medium punch. Checking Latif. Very sharp angle. How did they hit above him? Oh, that's a big bait.
Indeed. Oh my goodness. In the roundhouse upside the temple for the chase down. Latif definitely looking strong here. I love that Narikun took the opportunity to get the 2 cans on that first knockdown. However, now you gotta deal with this defense perfectly outspaced with the press back Latif smothering Narikun in the corner right now. The ruthless aggression is gonna get him on the board.
Smothered and smoked. That is for certain. Latif with an excellent combination going into that level 3, dumping the rest of the drive meter. Pure perfection with the way he handled that bicycle.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Latif looking more
すごいよ火力差が 10倍ぐらい火力出てるやん キンバリーの
with the hand warmers as well. He's got both of them, and he's got the frictionless fingertip gloves too. I like that.
I like that too. I wonder like how beneficial that would be for just like sliding across, doing like shortcuts as well on a hitbox style of joystick or a fight stick, excuse me.
Yeah, and the way people go about like constructing the peripherals at this point, right? There's like so many ways they kind of game plan how to press buttons and knowing when they're going to need quick access to certain options depending on the matchup even. It goes so deep, right? So him having that fingerless glove to make sure, or excuse me, not fingerless glove, but the finger sleeves to make sure that he's going to be able to slide to wherever he needs to get to the perfect parry as soon as he possibly can, to get to that response DI, to counter it up. All of these things, these little minute details come into big decisions and big plays when we're in the middle of the match. As we get back into it, and this is just cool to see how they went about going back into the matches after their losses, right? Latif has been match and rematch. He's like, get me back into it. Narikun, a significant break after that first loss.
Yeah, he had to readjust his controls on the command center, the mini command center that he had on his lap, right?
Shit. So many buttons, bro. So many controls.
Oh. Excellent tech on the throw. Not too big on the whip punish either, but the Cycle Crusher catching the tail end of whatever Narikun was trying to do. I don't even know how he got.
Yeah, it looked like just a back jump, right? Like the team chased it down with a Cycle Crusher. That was wild. I definitely do not see Bisons do that often. And that's the thing, right? A lot of people have been talking about seeing Latif grind lately. He is looking in prime form. You just got to gather it all together on the stage.
Whilst in Burnout, though, he does have a couple resources to spare, maybe about a touch and a half, especially with level 2 on deck from Narikun, and a couple of spray cans, bringing him all the way to the corner. The overhead does not get blocked. Is that going to be blocked in time? No, sir. That meaty jab going to pay dividends towards Bison's bank account.
Indeed. My man Latif, he let him just drag him all the way to the corner, right? Stuck the overhead in, and then once that happened, he was like, all right, I know you're going to keep pressing. Narikun, that's one of his key components, right, is he stays aggressive. He doesn't really bait a lot of reversals. And to be fair, in this matchup, it does cost Super Meter to do it, so I don't blame him.
Excellent choice for the parry there. Now taking just a little bit of a throw rather than losing all that drive gauge. Immediate level 1 upon wake up from Latif. How do you approach afterwards? He just dashes up and waits.
Indeed, he's got plenty of drive meter though. Oh my goodness, is sneaking in with that drive rush. That's mad plus frames off the crouch medium. Once again here, another throw established, trying to get Latif to fight. He's been down backing for his life. We even saw it last week. But that's how you take advantage of it as well when you want a character like Kimberly. You want a down back throw is not the only option. Overhead puts Narikun on set point.
This is the tail of the tape right here. It's whose defense is better in this matchup. They both have very oppressive and impressive offense, but especially in this state of the game, Narikun on match point, establishing this lead, and also the big buster Kimberly with the Ninja Star Cypher. All hell could break loose momentarily.
Oh, that hurt for Latif right there. Yeah, it's all started with him trying to check a teleport. He high on the landing. Narikun didn't have one ready for a response. Goes to the corner. Oh, tried to get that tick throw. Great escape from Latif.
Right back at you, says Narikun. Being able to escape for free just off of that jump. Waiting to see if Latif overextends. That's a big way to do it, but it actually lands the slide. Catching Narikun by surprise. Also checking the walkbacks with a couple of those lows. Latif backing away from danger. Trying to get a big whip punish, if anything. Narikun, mad airborne the whole time, but it's still, everybody's just swinging, nothing's actually hitting.
Exactly, both of them are coming so close to connecting with hits, but just a couple of frames late on both sides. Now both of them have kind of stabilized yet again here. Latif trying to force the issue here with big Cycle Crushers and big buttons. Stumps the driver check and stumps the jump as well. Into the level 3, so smart. He's going to burn out Narikun, gets the drive back for himself, and put himself in prime position to tie up the set.
That was insanely late of a cancel, by the way. I was like, wait. You can still get it that far in.
Right? OD 最高 SS3 は補正すごくなってめっちゃ減らない。
Because he knows the air has been shut down by the Crusher.
We definitely count those for anti-airs, 100%. Even if it was pretty far away, you jump back, the OD Cycle Crusher hits, put it on the board.
If those jumps keep getting crushed, that key is going to get crushed in moments, bro. You got to fix that plan.
Damn, the Psycho Key Crusher?
Oh.
That's actually like, you onto something, Ringe.
Psycho Key Crusher, yeah. We might need to theme it next year. Get a hold of like a purple, some purple Psycho Power within it. Ugh.
I like that. I like that a lot.
What a bounce back from Latif though, right? Was down 2-0, has definitely composed himself now. is going to be going to the final game. He's definitely caught on to some of Nari-kun's habits, right? We were seeing the anti-air come out time and time again with the Psycho Crusher, doing a great job. It's really, I think, caught on to the fact that Nari-kun is always going to pressure our offense as well. Hasn't really tried to bait anything out.
は割と常に何か
してるイメージ。Going for the OD teleport to see if Latif was going to be ready or not. He definitely was checking with the jab a lot more within close quarters, but now that allows Nari-kun to get the sharper angles, right? That cross-up was everything with the two cans now. A lot of block pressure, even more so following with the drive rush, jumping out of the corner for free yet again. Latif now on the other hand with control. Great block on the overhead, does get the forward throw. Nari-kun looking a little dry on the drive gauge.
That's the thing with Latif, right? He's, oh my goodness, what a hell attack as well. Another way to
ジャン
shut
プ
down
に
the
対
air
してめっ
approach.
ちゃ対応してくるようになって
Right
きた
now,
な
he's keeping it
ジャ
locked
ン
in the
プ
corner. He
系
tried the Psycho Crusher, but Nari-kun beat him to the option. Azuna dropped to get some space. Boy, it's here yet again here. Shut down the jump.
Wow.
That can't be what Nari-kun wanted on Wake Up, but nonetheless didn't pay too heavily for it.
Right, Latif only just managed to punish counter with that exact same move. This time around gets the full punish while within range. Now Latif at match point. What a turnaround swing.
There's been such great adjustments. I love that as well. Just kind of jump scaring Nari-kun with the Psycho Crusher. It's a little bit expensive using the OD, but then Latif, he chills out a little bit, right? He brings back the drive gauge. He's had great resource management throughout the set.
We got two explosive potential combos up on deck. No, I lied to you. It's going to be level 1 first. Defense is going to be the priority for Latif, especially in the corner.
Indeed here. You know, Latif has had multiple wake-up supers that have been successful. I wonder if that's starting to get to Nari-kun. I wonder if Nari-kun tries to bring out one of his own here in the mere moments, as we only got a couple of rounds left at most in this set.
It depends whether or not Latif happens to manipulate Nari-kun into thinking that way, right? Let's see what happens if he's able to push into the corner, or will he be a neutral monster within this particular space? Big swing, big trade from both ends.
Yeah, look how patient Latif has gotten now throughout the set, right? It felt like he was really slugging it out to start. And now once he establishes the lead, he just sits back on it. But Nari-kun does take that timidness and opens him up for it. And I love that. Spin the level 3, get your own drive gauge back, right? It's not going to do too much damage to Latif, but now you got the install, you're going to be in the green yourself. This is a prime position.
全然美味しいでしょ
Delayed drive reversal coming in from Latif. One more hit can get him into a drive rush into a level 3, but I don't think that kills, honestly. He needs a little bit more, possibly an OD extension rather than a drive rush one, and he's looking to do so. He does so with plus 3 with the OD stop. He's got meter left. It's going to be Psycho Crusher directly into level 3. The damage is substantial, but I think it keeps Nari-kun alive.
Indeed, right. The CA damage was there. It's big,
将
but
来
it's
の
not
ことを
enough.
考えれば
Nari-kun, the overhead is there. Latif completes the 3-game
最高陣
comeback
内
and
きた
survives another round. Damascus in the building. You know he loves to see it.
今の勝ってたら熱かったけど
The
な
Nari-kun fans
いや
not as pleased with the result, especially with Nari-kun being so close to taking the game.
やばい
And of course,
初プレ
this
ス
is
来る
our first day with the crowd in attendance, right? So yeah, you're going to be hearing the electricity, the atmosphere is going to be on a whole new level as we get into the highlights of our opening match at EWC.
Man, there's so much that we had prefaced it with. We talked about who had the better defense, and honestly, we couldn't have talked about it even better, because like the offensive pressure from both ends has been so hard to even try to comprehend, even from like a regular standpoint, even from like a spectator standpoint. There were so many different layers and looks that both of these players were shooting at each other.
Absolutely, man. And, you know, I think Latif kind of remembered who he was throughout the set, right? He's been in the trenches for some of the nastiest offense in existence when he comes to games, right? He's used to that stuff that is honestly more egregious, more aggressive than Street Fighter 6, even going back to Street Fighter 4, where he had to deal with a lot of nasty offense, unblockables, hard to blockables, things that you couldn't see with the human eye. So I think he kind of established that and was like, bro, why am I so like antsy up against the Kimberly, right? Once he started to just chill out, back it out for most of it, it really turned the whole set around.
And I'm glad that he utilized his resources the way that he did, right? He didn't go for a full dump out. He didn't force himself into burnout in that exact moment to allow himself the big drive rush forward into the target combo. I love that towards the end. That is definitely one of the clutch moments that we could ever ask for to start things off here in day number 2. Absolutely impressive in terms of adaptation from both.
Yeah, man, the down backing along with the sprinkled in wake up super, right? Like, I think he really caught on to the fact that Nari-kun was gonna keep pressing the offense as we see Latif pressing the bunch, trying to at least, to get the crush going. There it is, bro. Nari-kun's hopes and dreams destroyed,
man. Wait for it.
Oh!
See, that's what I was looking for. None of the players are actually ready for the break because of the sound it makes.
That
was a jump scare and a half. For sure.
Legit, bro.
God, that thing is broken in so many places. Jeez.
Oh my goodness. Looking like Kimberly after that match, unfortunately.
Damn, that's rough. Like that?
Yeah,
Jesus.
like that. Latif with the 3-game comeback. He definitely put it on them, but right here, he has earned his run back up against Noah the Prodigy. This was our actually complete opening match to EWC Street Fighter 6 as a whole. Noah the Prodigy versus Latif, where Noah took it 3-0 over the man, the Twisted Minds veteran that actually played a big part in Noah getting to be part of this organization in the first place, right? A little bit of mentor-mentee battle here, and Noah was able to take it 3-0. We'll see if Latif had figured anything out since yesterday.
He's going to need to, because if you look thoroughly at that record between the two,
Noah
only lost a single round against Latif's Bison, and that was at the very beginning. Since then, he's had no qualms or nerves being up on that stage, beating up everybody as he tried to. I mean, he did have to face off against Angry Bird the following round. A little bit of a rough shot because, again, it was another one of those moments where it was like mentor and mentee, because technically he's the baby bird now, right?
Absolutely.
So we'll see how this goes. Noah the Prodigy in the run back versus Latif on a pretty significant reverse 3-0 hot streak.
Absolutely here. And of course, if you're just joining us, this is going to be the decider to see who gets into stage 2 of the event right here, right? So we're going to be done with Group A with this match, of course. And yeah, Noah, very dominant performance up against Latif last time. Of course, did a drop to Angry Bird, as you mentioned. We managed to take a game, so that he definitely has something going with the Cammy that we saw him with. But obviously, it's going to be Luke, considering he did 3-0 Latif on the character in this exact matchup yesterday. But of course, as you mentioned, right, it was not even just one of those close 3-0s. It was a dominant performance from Noah, only dropping a single round. And he had a lot of cool moments that I actually hadn't really seen from Noah up until that point, like the outspacing on the crouch heavy punch. It really feels like he's added new elements to his game that I haven't seen from him yet.
Let's see if that comes into play again. I want to see whether or not he's going to be a little bit more bullish. Maybe like the throws, maybe some of the crouch medium punch throws that we're used to seeing. I totally agree with you with his usage of heavy punches recently. It's been very tough to manage against like some of the normal Luke play that we've been encountering these last couple of times, at least within NA.
Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, just in general right there.
The medium.
Blowing up the fuzzy defensive timing of Latif. Very smart from Noah. Yeah, he's starting to get nuance when it comes to how to open people up, and he's going to need to, right? Luke isn't just one of those, like, aggressive, rush-you-down characters like he was before in terms of how convincing he is. He's got to be a little bit more methodical. And you can see Noah, he tried the suppressor, but Latif still reached with a check.
That crouching medium punch was mad extended to catch the startup of that, but now we got the scissor kicks to try to keep Noah in check within this corner. Damn. How did that reach? I like that. Sandblaster to kind of force Latif away a little bit more. Doesn't want to overextend. Trying to chase down the Devil's Reverse, but no, sir.
The super kick party. Call mad at Nick. Latif taking the first round.
Hawaki.
Damn.
Yeah, man, that was rough. I can't believe that reached. Latif's like expert recognition of the max range of his normals. Oh my goodness, though, Noah shutting down the driver's attempt with a light kick of his own. Already got the corner for it.
Oh, and the roundhouse is a counter hit, being able to get that link into crouching light punch. Backing away, trying to play it safe. Damn, the flash double immediately hit block. He would have been just fine.
Precisely right. Now Latif gonna plant the bomb here. He tried to give him a second, but Noah takes that second and calls out the hesitation timing perfectly with the medium punch. Wow.
Again, the timing of the crouch medium punch could be a make or break normal for Luke in certain matchups. I still think it's a phenomenal normal. Oh, right? Yeah. It's a shadow of what it used to be. It's no longer the god normal as I called it before, but it's definitely very, very effective in some of these ranges.
And Latif now looking for a perfect parry of his own, finds it on the response.
And here, back throw, the purple dynamite coming on in. Great block in the overhead. Still in burnout, though.
Yeah, of course. I mean, Noah, the prodigal son of burnout, right? We've seen him time and time again weather the storm when he's grayed out, but it looks like he's not going to be able to do it this time. And Latif already going to put more games on the board against Noah today than he did yesterday. 1-0.
We got to see what the adjustments need to be made, and it's got to be quick. With the way that Latif has been playing thus far, with those 3 games against Narikun, with the way he's playing right now, rather quick in comparison to the Kimberly matchup, right?
Yes, indeed, right? He's being very aggressive, not letting Noah get his rocks off. He's really taken away what Noah's so good at until now. Of course, the crouch medium kick snipe gets to the line, but another great perfect parry from Latif. The blue stuff.
Right into the purple. That's going to be a dangerous mix, a dangerous concoction. Not going to be able to take your turn, really. Well, you can take your turn, but not going to be able to punish, excuse me. But the movement immediately being checked with a much more safe button, standing medium kick, certain ranges, no real risk behind it. Screen measurement tool, a great stopper as well.
You can tell Noah, he kind of hit the gamer lean after that round, right? Losing 1 game is not too big of a deal, but when you're on a point match to go down 2-0, it's starting to get a little scary. And Latif, oh my goodness, baiting the wake up. It looks like this man can't be wrong right now.
Everything's coming up, Latif, especially with the damage dump right here into level 2.
Keeping Noah very low on life and drive, right? And then the scissor kick as well. Checking any type of escape route that Noah wanted to look for. 2-0 lead for Latif, 1 game away from completing the run back.
And now, starting with the aggression, Noah the Prodigy went for a drive rush, crouching medium kick to expose Latif. But doesn't keep him grounded for long. And speaking of being grounded, my man instead went airborne for the big jump in and calling out the Sandblaster. My God, what a time to press crouching medium punch while the bomb was on him.
Indeed, man. Noah has found these clutch crouch medium punch timings. Has got him out of dodge a couple of times. But Latif, you can tell the confidence is exuding from him right now. He feels like he's going to be right every decision he makes. And I mean, I can't blame him with the way this round's going. What? What in the hell is that? Latif custom combos, the sweep with the mind juggle. I know Yak's losing his mind somewhere right now.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, 1 round away. Latif, what a turnaround from yesterday.
He is playing out of his twisted mind, I'll tell you what. That was such an impressive sequence, man. How do you even recover from that? Only Noah could answer. And does he have it? We'll see. Latif trying to steal turns. I know that's negative, but Noah not gonna bite on that one. A couple of heavies coming on in there. We get the flash knuckle combo, uppercut towards the end. A throw will do it. Guess what? He's got 1 more.
Indeed, 1 more chance here. But you can tell Latif definitely filled himself. He's holding the parry for so long. He replenished all of his drive, but not enough. And now we got some Noah fans in the building as well, rooting for his comeback, his turnaround. This is how you started. Yeah, no counter hit right there, so I don't think it combos unless that is the case.
Oh my God! What a confirm off of that.
Right there, it was a raw flash knuckle hit. He was ready for level 3, saw it hit.
That was 55%.
Legit, just flash knuckle into level 3. That's all he needed. Now Latif looking on life support right now. Oh,
this is so dangerous still. The purple is there. He drive brushes in his face, possibly going for a perfect parry. It might have been a flash first, right? The lethal shot living up to its name. OD Sandblaster right in the grill.
Noah with the reactions right there. I love that. Using the extension on the Sandblast to make sure that DI armor got destroyed. And now, bro, Noah, he's definitely found some confidence in his own right. This is where he thrives, right? Back against the wall, the pressure is on. The pressure's on Latif too, right? He's 1 game away from closing it out. That can start affecting the mental, can start affecting the decision-making. Noah's taking full advantage of it right now.
Oh my God, that was a punish counter. No big follow-up though. Instead, we do get the perfect parry. Has to dump out the rest of the drive gauge. Forcibly into a level 1. Yes, he has to spend it. He was forced to due to the scaling. The stakes have been changed significantly off of this run. Momentum in the side of Noah.
3-0 も EWC めっちゃ多いけど 2-0 からまくる展開も多いからな。これはノアもろたな。
And then again, that spacing to bait out the crouch heavy punch. This is the thing. I really feel like being this close to the victory is kind of getting to Latif right now. And Noah, we talked about it, right? He loves when his opponents get nervous. He feels like he's built for the bright lights, built for the big stage, and now he's tied up the set just like that.
Hey, Ringe, you think he's playing nervous, huh?
I think so. I think so, Rich. I feel like he's nervous when he's up 2-0. I'm not nervous when I'm down 2-0.
Nah, my pops told me different.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, shout outs to Papa Prodigy back home if you're watching.
Yeah, for
Much
real,
love
bro.
to him for sure.
Big shout outs. Oh, and already here's Spine Buster #1. Are we gonna get the party going? No, it's
Wow.
Oh, God.
My man hit him in the back of the head. That's an illegal maneuver.
That's a party crusher, I'll tell you what. We got plus frames on deck, even more so off of the background house, backing up ever so slightly, only to get clipped from Noah.
That was unfortunate for Noah. He didn't get the perfect charge on the flash knuckle, and because of that, he couldn't get that wall bounce. He couldn't get that space that he wanted. Now he's locked in the corner, but he's always ready to answer DIs. He's still got to get that room back, though, because he doesn't have an answer now. The double jump back, of course. Noah is always so good when he's in burnout against the opponent. What an avoidance.
This guy is just too active. He is just not willing to sit still when he has reads like that. So impressive on defense, and now even more so the offensive pressure is on. No, he backs away. Noah the Gray. The first time he's retreating.
Indeed, look at the spacing on this
so we thought.
The neutral jump heavy kick stuffing the approach yet again here. Look at this, the jump backs as well. He's trying to bait out something from Latif with the neutral jumps. Oh, the level 1 connects, man. Noah, how is he turning around like this? Stuffs him again. He got his drive meter back. That's the comeback complete. Noah roars into the stage 2.
Your first qualifier into the next phase. Avoiding elimination. And still in control of his destiny.
Man,
Latif さすがに勝ったと思った。
right there from Noah. Of course, this was a Twisted Minds team kill, right? These guys are brethren, so of course the respect is shown afterwards. But man, I cannot believe Noah, like he's talked about, right? He don't want to play online. He don't want to play in these weeklies. He's like, give me the bright lights, give me the bag, give me the big stage. That's where I'll shine the most. And it really felt like that, man. Latif, he was up 2-0, and it kind of felt like at that point he was playing not to lose rather than to win. He came up with a couple of big reads that were just short, and from there, Noah just was in his element.
It was just so different too, the way that Latif played the first 2 games. By the time game number 3 hit, it was just as if he was just playing for the ring, for the belt to ring. Honestly, it wasn't as, I want to say, impactful offensively. I don't think there was enough, like, I want to say animosity towards like his offensive calls.
Yeah, there was like that one where he did Psycho Crusher and then Super right after, right? And it didn't work. And it felt like after that, he didn't want to take any more risks. And it felt like because of that, that is where Noah thrives, right? If you're going to be timid defensively and you're going to give him these opportunities to get in your face and make you hesitate, make you second guess, that is where he is the best. So my man Noah, this is a little bit bittersweet, right? Because it is his homie. But of course, the crush has to complete. My man Latif always love to see him play, but I love to see his key get back even more. Sorry, we're just evil people, me and Logan. We're just evil people.
Oh man. We do have the updates here from SEC. Let's take a look at the leaderboards and how things are shaping up here at EWC.
The club championship points has been the discussion of today because every single game that's being played has huge implications. So let's start off with things as they are. Falcons were able to win their CS game against G2, meaning that they are holding on to the top 1 slot. With Liquid being eliminated from CS yesterday and Crossfire today, it means their only chance of getting to the top 1 slot and winning the club championship points is by number 1 winning Street Fighter and number 2 praying that Falcons drops their next game in CS. Vitality is completely out of contention regardless of how their CS roster performs, whereas when we're looking at VP, although they still have an active player in Street Fighter, the fact that they just lost their game against Mouse in CS means that they are also out of contention for the club championship title, which means that the odds right now are looking pretty good for Falcons to win the $7 million prize.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The top 2 teams left for contention of the club championships, Falcons, as well as Team Liquid. You heard the stipulations here, what needs to be done. We'll get there, definitely, when we get there. If you guys want to pay attention even closer, Group G is where you're going to need to focus on in regards to who takes it down for this year's club championships at Esports World Cup. However, switching gears a little bit, going into Group B, it's Riddles going up against Momochi. this is a matchup that we feel has been ruined up in a lot of the people's minds as of day number 1. Like, how does Riddles contest against someone like Momochi with a character like Ed?
Yeah, exactly right. And man, that Zeta division, they are rolling deep here in the crowd. So Momochi feeling kind of a home court advantage here, considering how many people are there to support him. Now, on the other hand, Riddles, as we've talked about, right? Riddles is one of our favorite stories coming into this event. And recently free agented, came out on his own dime to get into the LCQ, made it all the way into the main event here. Had a, honestly, phenomenal showing up against Meta RD. If you just check the box score, seeing the 3-0, that doesn't tell the whole tape. I think that was probably the closest Riddles has ever gotten to defeating Meta. Every single game went to the wire. It was a great performance. So now he's going to have a chance to carry that momentum. Hopefully he feels good about that performance regardless of the loss. I think he even tweeted about how he still feels good about his play. So because of that, Momochi, I think, is going to have his hands full. The problem for Riddles is that Momochi has some of the best Terry practice in the business, right? He has Lashar in Japan/Korea. He's got Kincho, who is also here, who is one of the top-rated Terrys online. So he's going to be prepared. But if he's going to be prepared for Riddles' brand of Terry is what we're going to see.
You weren't kidding when it came to the numbers game. We were kind of like, I'm going to rehash this number a little bit. Riddles versus Menardi, despite it being 0-3, he went down swinging. Yeah. It was absolutely close. It was 1-2 all the way through. In contrast, Momochi versus Kawano, Momochi was only able to snag one round against Kawano's Akuma. Yeah, I was actually speaking in rounds, not in games. My mistake. Sorry, just to kind of reiterate that. But yeah, only a single round was taken from the side of Momochi against Kawano, whereas Riddles took a round off of Mena RD every single game of that set. If that tells you anything in regards to statistics, I honestly think Riddles should be feeling rather confident going into. However, with a guy like Momochi, he's not going to take getting swung on too lightly. Yeah. Especially with Ed. I think personally, he's totally ready with the training partners that he's had. He's totally going to be ready for what comes his way. It really depends on how the player playstyle, as Rinch has talked about, how that's going to affect this particular matchup.
Oh man, here we go. Momochi and Riddles again. This is to go on to face Kawano. So we're going to see if Momochi can earn his run back, or Riddles going to get his first chance at Kawano in the tournament so far. Oh, and again there, this beautiful space with that light kick, knowing when Momochi was going to press his button and just beating him to the punch. And now Riddles again going to get the knockdown here, just establish the corner pressure. Quick tech from Momochi. He's going to get some breathing room into that crouch heavy kick, of course. The distance on that is potent, bruh.
Oh, checking the spacing immediately. Baiting Momochi into trying to walk. That low medium kick is the big party starter, and immediately getting another throw bait after the standing heavy punch. Actually connected. Are you okay? Buster Wolf.
Not in this round, he's not. Momochi already going down 1. Like we talked about Riddles, you got to carry that over, that momentum. I know he's feeling good. And again, already looking to establish nice and early. Just the pressure.
Wow, you can tell now.
Raw flicker. It's like that, Riddles.
Giving Momochi quite the conundrum. How do I figure out this matchup? How do I figure out this playstyle? Riddles really living up to the name. Burn Knuckle to keep him in check. You're not allowed to leave for free.
Oh my goodness, bro. And the quick burn on the OD as well. Leaving Momochi a little bit of a sus space, right? He didn't want to immediately press back. And yeah, despite Momochi having a lot of matchup experience in this one, it feels like he's a bit uncomfortable with the way Riddles is playing and the ranges that he's trying to stand at.
Oh, and again, so difficult to react to. Hence Momochi getting clipped by the burn knuckle again as the opener. I'm loving this right now from Riddles. I want to see what happens now with Momochi, knowing full well that Riddles is willing to let that neutral killer rock.
Yusuke.
That's the thing, right? Yeah, almost acts as a jump scare on the ground game, that bird knuckle. But this time, Momochi with a clean whip punish to start it off and takes the empty jump and throws him back into the corner. Very smart. Trying to base something out with the kill rush right there. Maybe the DI that we saw before, but instead, Riddles gets the big stand heavy kick. Power slam as well.
未だに画面が揺れたかどうかわからん。
Snipe in the feet as Momochi trying to walk back. That crouch medium kick got great range on it from Terry.
Oh, damn. Crouch shoot immediately eliminating the potential flicker. Okay, we do get a pretty big change up now with that back throw. Not for long. Riddles with Immediate jumps 2 times over to reset the spacing. Now in control. Immediate check against the potential block string with OD rising tackle.
Ario.
Oh, and the blitzing committed to him. Trying to take his turn a little bit too early. Momochi closes it out. I do love the double jump from Riddles, though, because he did get thrown back after the empty jump previously. So he's adjusting to Momochi's decisions quite quickly.
Superman punch now standing fierce right to the grill. A lot more of a patient approach coming in from Momochi. I lied to you. I lied to you all. Immediate drive rush afterwards. Excuse me.
Yeah, he's trying to pick his spots right. He's not trying to be too timid because I think that's what lost him game 1. So now he's got some intel together here. Didn't quite get the dream the way he started it, but he's finishing it nice and clean anyway.
Yeah, because he was bit screened, he's not going to have a lot of mileage to get that damage either way. So he dumped out the damage. He front-loaded it immediately with the uppercut, and boy, is he reaping up the rewards off of that. Good decision-making, knowing full well where his position was on the screen to get that damage out from level 2.
Yeah, that's the thing with Momochi, right? It's not only that he's so consistent with the dream combos, but he's so aware of where he's at on the screen that sometimes he'll bypass that just to get the maximum damage from where he's at, right? Great call.
All tied up, one apiece. In quick fashion, too, in my opinion.
Yeah, man, both of these first 2 matches have been very explosive. It really felt like Momochi just gathered intel in that first game, came out and exploded here in game 2. Oh, that was the front frame bird knuckle too. You saw the screen shake. Momochi showing no fear though.
Yeah, Riddle's trying to delay his own momentum with that normal. Catching the counter hit against him though, with Momochi striking with the lighter one, standing medium punch punish counter, not really leading out so much just yet though. Riddles, he's the one at a curtain deficit with a drive gauge. Doesn't matter if you have a bird knuckle, right?
Yes, indeed. Again, yeah, he's been willing to let that rock, right? Catching Momochi on the forward approach a lot of the time because obviously Ed wants to get into that range, right? I think that's why the fireballs are coming out more and more to show that he's willing to just go in and a beautiful perfect parry on the quick burn.
Something you have to have in your back pocket at all times. If someone tries to end that string into a quick burn, that's an easy time to get yourself that perfect parry. You get that forward throw, setting up the spark, power wave and rebuttal from Riddles.
And again, right there, yeah, Momochi. I think he was below 3 bars. That same medium kick connected. That's what put him over 3 bars. So you didn't want to commit to the driver.
Not going to be able to block for long. That burnout is coming.
All right, yeah, I mean, Terry's got great bully game in the burnout, but he's so low on life that he can't be too aggressive. Because if Momochi gets a proper reversal super, it's going to be all over. But instead, Riddles does put it all on the line. Gets the DI as he gets close enough to connect, and he will be able to dump the resources. Only needs 1 bar, maybe needs 2. He's not high enough to get the second buster.
Momochi has to sit still. He can't get
oh, shit.
Oh,
shit.
Great call, Vicious, right? He didn't want to get sniped with that crouch medium kick. It's so potent for Terry. What a recognition for Riddles to go with the overhead instead. And now Momochi gonna stabilize a little bit here in this next round. Spinning the level 3 nice and early because he knows ideally he goes to the next round.
ドライブゲージ削っとけば露骨に火力に反映されるパターン多いだろうからええな。暴れてやがる。
And now delaying throws. This is gonna be huge. Coming into it, the damage is there. The drive gauge is depreciating.
逆にピンチですこれ。
How do you potentially close this game out?
I love this, right? We gotta see if Riddles is gonna be willing to go for the burnout, right? How is Momochi gonna thwart this? He's gonna do EX? No, instead, he goes for the drive reverse on Riddles, baits it out perfectly. He's gonna get the kill off of it and go up 2-1.
Insane, by the way. The calls from both ends, absolutely ridiculous. These guys are playing godlike.
Yeah, so smart from Riddles, right? I think that's really the safe option a lot of the time. We've seen that so much this tournament, where the opponent is about to get burned out, so they just commit to the drive reversal, knowing that the opponent is going to put a block string on them to get there. That time, instead, Riddles pumped the brakes early, and man, what a way to do it. Now Momochi, though, showing the perfect parry and getting him knocked down in the corner. That's what we talked about before, right? Whenever he jumps out of the corner, Momochi is looking to throw him back in.
Something to note going forward. Riddles now on the offensive end. We get the forward throw, dash up on in there. What's the defense like for Momochi? It's just 2+. That strike throw mix is just so potent. You know what? Get it out of my face. I got an OD uppercut for you.
Instead, this time Momochi representing the OD, right? Something that he hasn't done much up until this point. Wow, the DI from Riddles. Maybe trying to snipe another flicker that we saw from earlier.
Level 1, has to come out. It's just enough towards the end of it. As dry as they were, that single hit confirmed coming in from Momochi was everything for that round.
Very nice, man. Momochi, how quick he recognizes which routing to go into. I mean, the fact that he's so good at that, I think, is what makes him so good on Ed. It's very much a demand for the character to play at high level.
I wonder how hard it is to actually confirm that target combo from the low medium, because that looks rather fast.
Yeah, 100%, man. Straight up, and yes, that does. That's the round wave, right? That's the heavy version. That does act as a strike when it's perfect parry. That's why you saw the slowdown.
That's pretty godlike, too. Being able to practice against that consistently against someone like Lashar or someone like Kinsho as well, you know for sure he's well versed in it. But now, it's all about this pressure. Momochi trying to create some space away from the corner as much as possible. Damn, punish counter as well. The dream is alive, and now a nightmare for Riddles. If this doesn't kill, he's got to be in burnout afterwards. It does kill.
Momochi is going for a very stable, consistent route right there. He knew he had the other meter in his back pocket that he could close it out with, and just like that, the Zeta Division crowd very pleased in the building here as we go to a Game 5.
We were not kidding when we talk about Zeta Division rolling in deep. There was like 5 to 6 rows full of people, full of supporters, even before we got started.
Yeah, you heard Vicious right. It wasn't 5 to 6 people. It was 5 to 6 full rows of people. Like, it is a big contingent of Zeta Division fans.
本当に暴れてきて
Superman punch that forward Fierce getting stuffed out by the rising tackle. Back-to-back Fierce is just draining the drive gauge against Mochi, hence why he's taking full screen up back against Riddles, but now finds himself into the corner. These conversions have been so significant for Riddles in terms of control. Again, rising tackle. He's so ready to risk it all. And I like this too. We got level 2 on deck just in case. You already know it.
The power guys was there. That had to be like the last active frame of medium punch, that combo Mochi, man. Holy smokes.
Immediate spark, checking the approach from Riddles. Now spending a little bit of gauge of his own. Momochi letting the fireballs do the talking, but Terry being able to suppress that, he's not going to be fearing it too much. He's going to slowly walk up into his space if Momochi lets him, and that's exactly what happens once he senses Riddles is trying to walk out of here.
And Riddles holster in the reversal this time, right? He doesn't want to be too predictable with it. Momochi catches the jump with a backdash, you ain't going nowhere, and he's keeping that meter in his back pocket, right? He knows he's got another round to go to take the set.
Hitting him with the bone saw. 3 minutes in this corner. Into another round. This is looking too close. Final round between the two.
Now Riddles, it's his turn. He might get the chance to say, you ain't going nowhere.
Possibly, man. Someone's got to get paid.
Oh, wakes up with it, but it's faded out. This is huge for Riddles. Not only is he going to get massive damage, he actually might kill. Okay, no, he didn't want to go into it. He didn't have the extra meter for the triple geyser. My mistake.
でかいけど
Forcing the drive reversal. A couple of hits on the speed bag, aka the Dome of Terry. Drive rush, Superman punch. Couple of lights again, followed by the flicker. How do you keep the control against Riddles? And a very, very brave walk up throw gets tagged.
What a snipe from Momochi as well. Using the flicker to completely delete the power away. Oh, he didn't confirm that. Tries to get the dash under. He catches him. Is he going to get built to the That's just enough. Momochi clutches it out to survive.
Wow.
Oh, man. What a Momochi right there.
王子の弾力
I can't even tell you how much that could have swung in Riddle's favor. Like, of course, he didn't get the third bar for the power geyser extension, but I think spending any of it for the knockdown and for the damage, I think that would have changed the course of history.
Yeah, it was one of those things, right, where like we were talking about how Momochi's routing recognition is part of what makes him so good on Ed. You need that same expert level routing recognition for Terry because he has that triple geyser extension where it takes 3 bars plus drive meter, right? But then if you burn yourself out to get to those 3 bars, you can't do that anymore. You have to go into a level 3 routing. And it felt like he just kind of got caught in the lights deciding what to do with the amount of resources he had. And unfortunately, because of that, yeah, as Vicious said, I think some damage that could have been big slipped through. And you see he dies with the CA on deck. That is painful, man.
Such a heartbreaker. Either way you spin it, honestly, because of how close that match was. I think no matter who had lost, would have been so tough to really understand and digest because these guys were swinging and these guys were making so many great adaptations throughout the course of that match. It was rather impressive. Like the entirety of Group A, insanely good.
Yeah.
Group B, especially right now, when it starts, still keeping it up.
Oh man, and then Riddles again came out here on his own dime, made it through to the LCQ to the main event, only to watch himself get crushed. Oh,
it's a cold man. Did you see not a single flinch when the key broke? He's like, oh, I see. Just another day, huh?
And that was a special key one too. We got a little piece that shot towards the camera.
でもなんか前のプレスの方が面白かったな。
key crush right there, but right now, the
今
man
回ちょっとあっ
who's
さ
been
り気味
waiting
だ
in
ね。
the wings, right? The man who defeated Momochi yesterday,
あ
where
っさりプレ
Momochi
ス。
only took one round off of him. Kawano is gonna stand in the way of Momochi advancing to stage 2.
This is going to be a banger, guaranteed. If Kawano can keep up exactly what he did to take down Momochi in the first place, he's been chilling. But let's be realists here. Momochi, he's been in the lab. He knows exactly what needs to be done going in from a heavy loss. And we've seen that too, going in from Blink Respawn over to Evo. He had substantially better results. Well, I guess I think it was a much grander stage. Let's be real frank about that with a world scale like Evo. But honestly, his adaptation levels are insanely high. I think we kind of praise him as having some of like the best changes towards game strategies, both on the fly and also during downtime, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's going to have an opportunity to do so, right? He knew that Kawano was waiting in the wings. He knew if he got past the Riddles, it was going to be time to fight the man that took him down. Like you see, last time they met 3-0. Total whip punishes, though, did go to Momochi's favor, but those shimmies, man, when they land, it is such a high damage reward. And the Misty Eye reactions, is that some Unk abuse?
That's age dependent. I want to say it's not necessarily based on the gameplay. I will definitely call that out now. A little bit of a side note, that is definitely age dependent.
Oh, man. That is a good one here as we are all getting ready for this match to decide who's going to get into stage 2. You can see different representatives of the fandom here, the Zeta Division showing out to support Momochi, but you already know Kawano and that Good 8 squad got plenty of support as well, especially in that fresh denim jacket, man. I really love the fact that that's kind of their esports jersey, the denim jacket. I think that's such a cool remix.
Yeah, I think we've mentioned that a few times over on a couple of stages. Good 8 squad definitely be coming out with some really nice
この方式ってそもそも勝ち上がらなきゃいけないっていうきつさがあるけど、勝ち上がっちゃえば優位だよな、だいぶ。
Only one gets to qualify into the next stage.
Indeed, man. And like you said, Momochi, he's too legendary.
初戦 VS2 戦目って結構違うよな。呼んでる。
Now I'm wide awake here. I already know what the game plan says.
誘って。
I lied to you all. Momochi's actually Benjamin Button.
Asian gracefully, getting younger, older, and then baits him into the second one to show him that he's ready again. What a message sent in round 1.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. That's Kawano's fault.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Honestly, a lot of folks when they see the spark and they're expecting the fireball, they would DI.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, めちゃくちゃ歩くやん。
He's setting him up for exactly that, right? He wants to bait him into it. What a read on Kawano, honestly, to start this game. That's got to send shivers down your spine if you're Kawano.
I mean, Akuma has no spine, though. This man is pure evil. So we'll see whether the player is affected or not. The ultimate come in clutch, though. Really early? That's actually evil.
Yeah, indeed, right? Already looking to establish that. Give Momochi antsy on the defense from get-go.
Oh.
Try to walk under, but that light kick, great button press from Kawano to pick across a button.
Oh,
wow,
and the walk back too. That walk speed coming into play as Akuma, really helping him avoid that potential throw and that potential disaster, honestly, from losing his turn. Damn, but what an expensive round.
It sounded like Ed said commit when he throw it, which was hilarious. Now that's what he actually said, but man, he did commit to that one, and it paid for it dearly. Kawano emptied the resources. He doesn't want to give Momochi another chance because look how deadly Momochi's playing.
I can't believe he sniped out a standing light kick. Kawano is definitely known for throwing that out in neutral a bunch of times over, not just to measure, but also potentially whip punish something in case you had missed. Because again, those recovery normals, sorry, the recovery on those normals, rather quick, right? But even quicker than that, Momochi's game #1 W against Kawano with this level 3 closeout.
Yeah, to your point, you're not punishing a light on reaction, right? It's pretty much a timing that you commit to. And that's just a testament to how Momochi went about that last round. He was able to call out the timing of Kawano at the beginning. He called out the Kawano timing at the end as well. But right now, Kawano's doing the one calling out that reversal ODDP.
Brother, that was only 2 bars of drive gauge from that OD in that combo. And we're already looking at near death with 80 seconds on the clock. Hit him again.
Yeah, the 5-throw Luke Kawano. He was like, yo, I did it at Capcom Cup. You don't think I'll do it at EWC? You already know.
Dude, it doesn't matter where you're from. Anybody could catch the smoke for Kawano.
And there's the light kick you're talking about, right? Definitely one of the big tools in Kawano's arsenal to establish the control style that he likes to play.
And not doing it as much now. A little bit more precaution going into this round against Momochi. Doesn't want to be caught with his own timing.
Exactly right. We already seen Momochi hard call some of the timings, but instead, Kawano reacting to the drive rush, shutting that down quickly.
Beautifully done. And the buffer tool behind it, crouching medium punch. That's an excellent counterbolt tool. Again, wait a minute! Standing light kick gets blown up to smithereens.
Momochi with the headshots right over the stand light kick, man.
Ooh. That was raw.
It was. Kawano trying to escape via jumper backdash, got called out. DP to grant some relief for now. Oh, he tried, right? And it was after the first grade. That was such a big brain, like, chance for Kawano, but Momochi was just so disciplined. Again, in reaction to the fireball. Are you kidding me?
Kawano tried to do it to him in the first game. He's just repaying the favor. He was in debt. One explosive fierce could spell it off for Momochi while he's locked in with 3. However, this corner push could also spell so much danger for Ed because of his lack of defense.
Indeed, man. Yeah, that's why Momochi, I think he committed to that driver's cancel to just put it back to mid-screen at the very least, in addition to the pressure to Grants, of course.
That
is huge. Did he delay it enough? Do we get a single bounce? We don't, but it's totally fine, and what a big recovery from Momochi.
Exactly, and we talked about his routing expertise. He still knows how he's going to pick it up, even with the double bounce. Takes Kawano to the other side of the wall. Light kick, no commitment. He was below that 3-bar threshold. He didn't want to burn himself out.
Wow,
gets clipped from Kawano. Momochi was trying to bait out something way more dangerous than that, but low medium kick is just enough. Wall and burnout, Kawano's got to space himself out with these fireballs to recover some of that drive gauge. Demon Raid a little bit too shallow. Momochi on the howl now.
Indeed, right. He knows. Oh my goodness, just jumps the flicker instead, and Kawano ties up the set. I was going to say, you know Momochi was still in Predator mode because he had the level 2, right? He definitely knew while Kawano was burnt out, it was a big opportunity to get up 2-0 in a lead, but what a clutch, composed way to respond.
Man, how many lights does he get to string up that close? I forget. It's so much, man.
Yeah.
And it's such a good pressure point, too, because you can't walk away from it even after 2 standing light punches.
That's why Momochi was looking for exactly to kind of open him up via that way, right? Especially with the burnout, you get a little bit more advantage off. Kawano, some big jumps are coming in, and he's being rewarded heavily for them.
Give me a throw. Knocking on the doors instead. Back to it, a couple of lights, just peppering on in there, getting a little bit of seasoning on that Ed.
Ooh, see, it's gonna be too spicy for him or not.
That boy needs some sun.
Yeah, most definitely does. They come down to Riyadh, you'll get plenty of it. Ooh, right there though, the punish counter.
Dash up on in there with a kill. Kill rush, excuse me. Oh my god!
Yeah, for real.
I thought he was gonna swing! I thought Momochi was gonna counter.
Agreed. Thought he was gonna try for a check. Who knows how that would have played out, honestly, with the forward fears from Kawano.
That speed, that distance, he would have got smacked. Oh, speaking of getting smacked! No Demon Raid here. We got the live Demon Hunter instead. Uh-oh. We're gonna drain the bank account. Yeah, we forced it. Yeah, went into foreclosure.
Exactly, bro. It's up for auction now. My meter. Somebody buy it back from me, please. Right now, he actually gets the forward Fierce and the stand Fierce afterwards. He catches Kawano trying to wake up with a button. Momochi here back in the lead, just barely.
Honestly, I think OD Blitz to follow up would have been so much damage to the flicker, right? To keep him closer in position. It would have been lights out.
さすがに見てからではなさそうだが動いたの確認ぐらいか。うわ、なんかコパンが。
Excuse me?
That's what he tried earlier, right? Momochi, he knows he's good at perfect parrying the projectiles, so he does the adamant flame to then check the check attempt from Momochi.
That is beautiful. That's a good call, Ringe.
Man, oh man, Kawano right now starting to cook. He's definitely feeling it after finding that hit. That's what he wanted previously. Gets up in there with a throw. He's going to do it again. Oh my goodness, it would have worked.
Okay. Not quite the uncheck. I mean, even if he didn't have enough life to save himself regardless, committing to that normal.
What a different set this has been. Oh my goodness. Not going to let you do a fireball string on me. But yeah, this has been such a different game, different set from yesterday, right? It's been neck and neck all the way through so far.
Wow,
beats out the ODDP after the drive rush cancel pressure. Big from Emoji. He's got level 2 on deck now as well after the completed combo.
Jeez. Not really much to get done off of that punish counter standing light.
Wow,
there was an attempt to nullify the DI. There was a crouching jab there. He could have gone into super. Still stuck in DI. Oh, sorry, still stuck in burnout.
Indeed, and now Kawano's got his full drive meter back. Only getting the back throw. Oh my goodness, but he went after him with the low on the drive rush, and he's going to complete it with a level 3 afterwards. It was an expensive gambit, right? That raw drive rush, low with a drive rush cancel. It costs you 4 bars, so build back into the green, fam.
Wow, それ引っかかるんだ。
Taking down the ankles, breaking the shin on the way over at the same time. How did that even clip?
Yeah, for real. It looked like Momochi probably tried to press that potent jump medium punch or jump medium kick.
Right.
I imagine that was the case. I wonder if it would have whiffed if he didn't press anything, though.
I'm thinking the exact same thing, and quite honestly, I don't even want to know.
Yeah,
I really don't.
We found out the different timelines yesterday with the Punk and Shanghai match. We can now look into those different timelines for this one, please.
This is all the one that matters, really. This is so important. Kawano being up a single game against Momochi, now in control. Ooh. Calling out the OD upper. Looking at that perfect. Can he repeat the results against Momochi that he had yesterday with a victory? He's getting close to it. You saw the check against the drivers from Momochi. Now a lot more susceptible. The backdash actually gets clipped. You saw it from Kawano trying to back away.
Yeah, interesting the backdash decision at that point. Rather than just a down back, and now his parry actually gets thrown. He's very long drive. Momochi wants to get ready with the DI counter. You are not going to bully him today with that. Even willing to spin a level 2 here. He's got a lot of respect for Kawano's offense. Trying to put him away. Looking for the BS, indeed, the chip out at the end right there. He went with the safe jump right in case Kawano woke up with something he was going to be able to block it and then went into the chip sequence. Very well managed from Momochi.
Building himself a significant amount of meter at that. Going into this final round potentially against him. We'll see Kawano. How does he dump out the meter? How does he force an error from Momochi? Does he rely on his reactions? Does he rely on his misspacing? It's going to be the misspacing.
And of course, the light kick, he just barely beat him to the button with that one. Momochi's trying to wake up with something and get thrown for it. Oh my goodness, both players not committing to anything. Just trying to bait something out from the other side.
And surprisingly enough, it's not like a melee light, right? To kind of bait out the OD uppercut. It's just Kawano giving him massive respect.
That's a great point, right? You can get that light timing in because the DP on the end is slow enough. Usually you recover before getting hit by it. But yeah, Kawano doesn't even want to take that risk. Trying to play other mind games and again representing the OD reversal. Oh my, he put himself in burnout to try to get that one strike throw away. And yeah, because of the burnout, he's not going to be punished on the OD blocks.
He's still alive! And he gets overhead standing!
I don't know what happened, Momochi. You can see the disappointment on his face on that one. If he got caught moving forward or jumping at that exact moment, whatever it may have been, Kawano, very thankful that's what he went with, and he closed it out.
There's no way he got caught. You know what it is, honestly? Two things. Either he tried to like jump and it caught the pre-jump frames, or he tried to move forward in preparation for a whiff punish because he thought he was out of range.
Yeah, exactly, man. That was, especially I like the fact that you bring up the fact that he kind of probably reacted to the overhead to the point where he was like, okay, it's gonna whiff, so I'm gonna move forward to get close enough for a whiff punish, right? That's one of those double-edged swords of having a move that's a bit longer startup. Sometimes the players' reactions are so good, and that was Momochi's tale in this set, right? We see him respond with every single DI was countered. His reactions were very on point in this set, so that actually might have came back to bite him in the very end.
That is actually insane to see, man. I wonder if that was actually the case. Somebody give me the replay upload on that, please. Give me the number.
Oh, man.
I definitely want to check that out thoroughly.
I think you're right. Like, as seeing it right there in the replay again, I think you're exactly right. It felt like he got tagged at the very end of the move. So to me, it felt like Momochi that had registered that it was going to whiff. And yeah, man.
The
like,
reaction afterwards.
I think you're right, dude. Like, I think 100% you got it on the head where he reacted to that overhead. He thought it was going to whiff. And that moment, that first frame where he moved forward, he moved into that last active frame hitbox of the overhead. Heartbreaking way for Momochi to lose. Just like watching his key get crushed is another heartbreaker for all the Zeta fans out there. Oh.
Go on. He's, I want nothing to do with this. It wasn't my fault. He did it to himself. I want nothing to do with it, man. This is my favorite part. Like, not because the keys are getting crushed, but the reactions on the players.
That was great.
Group B, definitely living up to the precedent set from Group A. This is going to be so fun to watch moving forward into the playoffs. I guarantee it. But that pretty much concludes Group B in our time here. Man, you guys don't want to miss the rest of this. I guarantee it, man. Esports World Cup coming right back at you with more Street Fighter 6 right after this.
ビッグバシュートやって勝った方がデュアルケビンだよね。
Oh my gosh, that was so close, man. I can't believe you had it, Latif. Yeah, you were 2-1 up. All the momentum on your side.
Rookie mistake.
What went wrong, man? What went wrong?
Rookie mistake. I saw the win, got too excited, played stupid. Literally. I'm way better than this. You know, it's not over until it's over, but
Man, crazy set. I mean, it could have gone either way, really. There were moments where a decision different here and there. Oh, man, I don't know what to say, man. That was... you definitely had it, bro.
I had it. I swear to God. I saw it in my grasp. I was like too excited. You know, it's probably the rust out of competitions. I was too excited. Rookie mistake.
What can I say? It happens, man. EWC with it all on the line, the pressure, the potential victory was too much to absorb, and he let the excitement get the better of him. Yeah. Very unfortunate, man.
Don't get too excited.
Thanks very much, Ryan, there with Latif. Here we are in the studio after those opening two groups, and we have said goodbye to some more players. More players, though, advancing into the next phase. Justin Wong, did Latif have it?
I would say Latif definitely did have it, but I want to talk about how he went 0-2 first, right? And then something twisted in his mind.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Out, and he went to 3-2 with Narikun, and then he went up 2-0 against Noah, and then Noah with his twisted in his mind as well. And look at that. But I do think Latif played well, and he talked about how it's rusted from competition. Maybe the stage got him nervous a little bit.
He comes from that first to two era, right?
Yeah, first to two era.
Not the modern age of glorious fighting game competition where we play first to three.
Yeah. It's nice. It's nice to have. I mean, that's the cool thing, because if it was first two, then Naruto won 2-0, and we wouldn't have seen the epic adaptation from Latif, like anti-air cycle crushers, going for more like crouching medium punch delay. But we were all saying backstage, please just throw, right? Just throw.
Toss him.
It seemed that he came with a strategy. That's the important part. But there was no like flexible adaptation to it. It's very rigid. I think he was very fixated on the drive gauge as well when he was going up against Narikun. But listen, it worked out. Unfortunately, in his run back, I've got to give credit to Noah, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He used some tactics that were
プレスした後にプレスしたメダル取り出す演出って良かったんだな。こうやって考えると。あれがないだけでだいぶ悲しさが増す。
I don't think he watched it back for those nuanced situations.
We will be seeing Noah the Prodigy advancing into the next phase. His journey has not come to an end. But as we look at Group B, there are some more players that did unfortunately fall by the wayside. We had high hopes for Riddles, didn't we? And I have to say, he certainly held himself, he carried himself well in that matchup. It was a great performance for him, falling short. And to lose in such a close fashion to a legendary name like Momochi, Justin, he has to find some pride in himself there. I know he's really disappointed. We've seen him on social media.
His offense was really strong, obviously what we saw. And the thing about Momochi, he's just clutch, because literally the one thing that saved him was the perfect parry at the last second. He was in the corner, one hit away from dying. Riddles had his level 3. He was lock and loaded. One perfect parry changed everything.
Well, we did say that, didn't we? We were talking backstage about Latif. Now, Latif has some fantastic results and incredible performances in his career.
ジャスティンってどんぐらいからこっち側この解説者的なあれやってんだろう。
In this scale, as Esports World Cup, of course, he's in his own country. I'm sure he feels
最
the
初の方
pressure
は
to
そ
perform
んな
there
に
as well.
がっつり公式出てるって感じじゃなかった
He's
よ。
been there, he's seen it
途中から出
all,
始
he's
めたよ。
performed everywhere, he's played everywhere, he's had victories
意外としれっ
on
と出てた
grand
のかな。
stages. He keeps his composure, doesn't he?
Yeah, he keeps his composure just because, I mean, Momochi's been in the game since, what, 2001, right? SBO champ, EVO champ, Capcom Cup champ. Like, he's just trying to collect.
Composure, though, didn't save him against Kawano Jammers in the end.
No, legit. Kind of a little bit of a repeat of as to what happened yesterday in the upper bracket of the set. But there's one thing, shout outs to Rinji, actually pointed this out, and I've noticed this for a couple of months now, but he's done it again. There's a strategy Kawano likes to use against a lot of players with the fireball. See their perfect parry. That's planting the seed, and then he'll go ahead and do a drive rush behind it into the heavy adamant flame, because if you try and check that, then he's just going to get an abundance of damage. So really well played to Kawano there.
Kawano once again showing that composure, that big time, energy that he's got, that big stage composure and performance. He always seems to manage to clutch it out when it really matters, doesn't he?
Right, we saw it at Street Fighter League World Finals.
この空き時間で眠なるわ。
He just is so ready for all the players and their decisions on defense and on offense.
眠気増して
And
く
there
る
was a moment where he got the back throw, and that's not what he wanted, but he immediately chased him down. Those minute decision-making moments are what let him stabilize and stay in. And I feel like moments like that you point out with the Adamant Fist, flame, whatever you want to call it, helped allow him to get those jump-ins. So the jump-ins, the air fireballs weren't working out. That aerial approach started to work it out at the end because he had already established the ground game. So everything together, Kawano, he's a full package when it comes to Akuma.
Two great groups already wrapped up as we move through a day of crushed dreams and hopes. But if you're watching at home and you have that creative spark, there's some incredibly talented people out there. You can submit your fan art right now. Join the EWC Discord today at discord.gg/EWC. We want to see your fan art inspired by the Esports World Cup. And look, I definitely am expecting to see a few Punk and Xiaohai portraits in there as well. That would be lovely to see. But anything that has inspired you over the past 7 weeks of the Esports World Cup, we want to see your creative energy. Get in the Discord, discord.gg/EWC, and submit your art. As you can see, the players arriving for our next two groups. And there he is, Dual Kevin, one of the hopes of North America there in Group C. He awaits in the decider match as Big Bird and Shuto will be our first two players going at it head-to-head. Big Bird securing the big win. Dual Kevin securing the big win against Big Bird, but it was Ending Walker that shut him out and advanced into the next round. We're going to be opening up with Big Bird and Shuto. This one, a huge match for us, guys. And I know, Jammers, you were very much looking forward to this one as one of your big fixtures of the day.
I think both of these guys have got a very fluid and free-flowing play style. Obviously, Akuma does have the higher damage output, but Rashid, I guess in terms of tricks and magic tricks, I guess they're kind of equivalent in terms of the optionality that they both have. But I think we've seen Big Bird in this scenario before, where it's like he has to be put in a detrimental spot to really bring out the best of him playing under pressure. And I don't think Shuto's Akuma is the thing to do it with.
Marissa?
Maybe.
We'll find out. Let's hear from the man himself, Dual Kevin, who awaits the result of that first match in the decider match of Group C.
All right, so on day one, you got the job done in the mirror against Big Bird, and then Ending Walker got you. Today you're going to be going up against the winner of Big Bird and Shuto. How do you feel? What do you think is going to happen in that match, first of all?
It's hard to say. Two heavy hitters. I mean, that's a theme of this tournament, right? A heavy hitter anywhere you see in this bracket. I feel like it's very 50-50. I can't call who's going to win. Now, people have been asking me, who I prefer to play. Yeah.
Who do you prefer to play?
It's kind of, I feel like it'd be easier to say Big Bird, but it was because I just played him and beat him, right? But it was also 3-2,
Yeah.
So I don't know. He could have came through with that loss, had some ideas, come through with something special to beat me this time around. I think maybe because of that, maybe
むしろ鑑賞に浸ってる顔だと思うあれ。切れる要素もよくわかんねえしな。
Level up your gaming experience with over 8 billion playlists only on Spotify.
むしろ
The official audio streaming partner for the 2025 Esports World Cup.
よくわからん。
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Street Fighter Live at the Amazon Arena here in Riyadh. And groups A and B so far are done and dusted. We'll have a little chat about those before we continue on with the rest.
パンクが勝ったから優勝したって言われるの言われるわけないでしょ。どんなやねん。
Hey, Latif at the beginning, he going up against Naughty-kun. You see, Naughty-kun came
よかったね、パンクが席立ったおかげで優勝してって言われるってこと。
It was looking bad for the man Latif. And then he had the hometown power up.
まあ確かにそこまで仮に想像力を働かせてたんだとしたら。
You live by the sword and your damn show can die by it. Because in the next match, he goes up 2-0 on his teammate Noah the Prodigy.
想像力
and then
豊
Noah
か
brings
すぎ
it
る。
all the way back. Congratulations to Noah the Prodigy officially making it to the round robin stage. And then in Group B, we had Momochi in a close 3-2 victory over Riddles. And then Kawano getting it done there. Kawano qualifies. Really quick, I want to make sure we shout out Riddles.
Hear this.
This guy came from another title over the Street Fighter 6 and actually already has become this godlike, qualifying through LCQ, only 22 years old. To say that the future is bright will be an absolute understatement.
There's a lot of youngsters that are coming in, especially like going through LCQs is very difficult. It was stacked. Every day we're finishing last week, we're gonna check in what's happening on the Street Fighter stage on the other side of the boulevard, just see what's going on. It's stacked, the amount of players that are competing in there, coming in on your own dime and still making it to the stage here. That is an achievement and a half. Only 22. A whole long career ahead of you, that's for sure.
Hey, you know what? I love all that positivity, but at the same time, I like negativity a little bit more. That's why I got on all black today. Today is Elimination Day. Whole lot of funerals when it comes to people's dreams. And behind me right here is Elimination Match. We have the one and only Big Bird going head-to-head with Shudo, and only one is going to stay alive in this tournament. Let's get straight to the action.
Yesterday, we saw all the players qualifying into the top 16. Today is the day of heartbreak. We are seeing players eliminated, and it's tough to watch, but you know what? We're going to be calling the action here. My name is James Chen, and I am with the man, the myth, the legend, IFC. Yipes!
I appreciate the hug, too, Jay. Well, man, I wish I could hug everybody at home. I hope you're enjoying the show. This is going to be epic proportions of matches moving forward. Just to piggyback on what James Chen said, yes, somebody's going to be going to the spectator seat, and somebody's going to be moving on into the playoff side of the losers bracket. So this is going to be interesting. Of course, it's going to be none other than Shuto versus Big Bird. Big Bird suffering to duel Kevin 3-2. But again, just to touch up on what Jammer said, yes, he kind of got to get reminded of why he's in these type of tournaments, and he's going to have to turn it up. And it usually does it. He does it in the losers, so I do agree with him with there. Something about Big Bird where he just has to get comfortable is what I'm trying to say, you know what I mean?
There's a lot of those players out there that seem to always do better when their back is against the wall. I mean, again, I know I mention this all the time, but, you know, John Choi, he always had the John Choi route from a long time ago. He would go to the losers bracket first round and then win the tournament. You know, it's just one of those situations there. But, you know, continuing that tradition, a lot of players do play better when they know they're about to be eliminated. And so let's see if Big Bird can handle Shuto. It's Rashid versus Akuma. Let's go!
me tell you something about Shooter. I need to highlight his big toe game, bananas. And I'm talking about the standing short. You already see him whipping it already. Look at it right there. And he confirmed it too. Usually, commit, so, right? If you got full drive gauge, no problem. You're not really losing anything. But he's so good at buffering it. It's like a DP, a Tatsu, whatever the case may be. Very solid. But he's in a throw loop situation. It looks like it's Shuto's favorite series.
Ooh, but Shuto pressed the button in the air because I think he thought he could get the cross up. And that meant Big Bird could actually get the punish on landing. He takes round number 1.
Let's go, the spacing. I like how Big Bird is trying to invite the normals. That way he can go for the whip punish. No buffer there, but you know, it is a sign of life here for Big Bird. Whip shot. No connection. Nice catch on the jump back right here. Big Bird.
Yeah, and Shuto gonna bust out over here. Obviously, Shuto using the Akuma here. He does have the Marisa. He's been bringing out the Marisa, but choosing to go with the Akuma here because that's who he used when Marisa was, let's just say, not that great.
You know, she plays off of human error, so I don't even think you got to do with tears.
No.
Back throw, just to finish the job. I was to say for more meter build, but it's over. What the hell am I talking about? Okay, Big Bird.
Nice.
Let's go.
We're getting shades of what it felt like at Capcom Cup with the people with the signs and everything like that. It's so cool.
Let's go. But this is Shuto, ladies and gentlemen. This is AKA the crazy raccoons, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes, you better watch those rabies, Big Bird. They're about to get real serious. Keep him pressing his corner low on the drive gauge, and he backs off. He's trying to stay away from those big buttons. That way, don't shade the drive gauge. Oh, whip punish right there. Could have been a sweep possibly, but we ain't taking those risks. We're professional here. Shuto is on the defensive end at all times.
Couple of counter hits not confirmed, but he's gonna get the punish counter on the throw. And you see a nice sweet 2,000 damage right there from those throws.
Yikes. So duele mucho means it hurts a lot in Spanish. All right, chuck that plasma already. Shuto looking a little more awake now. It took him about 3 rounds, but he's in. Nice. For the proper frame advantage, the shimmy. You bite. That means I'm right. That makes sense. No, I'm just trying to rhyme here, James. We're going to go for the overhead. No, another throw.
Oh, tried to go for the drive rush overhead, but there we go. Big Bird busting out. Trying to charge up the wind shot. Shuto. We are dropping elbows here, but it doesn't matter. Shuto. Yes, that is right. Shuto win.
She was laughing so deviously, like she was evil. Like, yes, Akuma! Let's go. That could have been unconfirmable. Speaking of which, target combo, that is free advantage right there.
Nice
knockdown. Looks like Big Bird trying to jump and walk back. Now he's getting exposed in this corner. Another throw hit for Shuto. No, killing those frames. Counter hit.
Yeah, and the side switch, obviously using the OD Eagle Spike to get to the other side. We've got the second wind coming out over here. Ooh, level 2 super.
Man, it's spinning with a smile on his face.
Oh,
Let's go overhead. Yes, a good block here from Shuto and a good tech.
Good defense.
今の豪気が勝つの
Man is walking forward. Those 2 medium kicks are just a sign that Shuto is not blocked. I'm gonna be honest with you.
だな、多分これ。うまい。うめっす。
Yep.
Taking it for Big Bird here.
You know, you should keep your hat off sometimes, Big Bird. That might be the power up. No, I rarely see his hair.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, is it like kind of like a backwards, what is it, Samson and Delilah thing? You know, you cut his hair, he loses all of his strength. But if he exposes his hair, he's all good here.
Let the brain breathe. Yes, I'm trying to get the perfect parry on the adamant flame. No bite. No animation, so we back into the opening gambit once again.
Wow.
The neutral's looking good on the cobblestone. Unhand me. Good throw escape, and the Diva Cliff finds his mark.
Tried to fake a throw there, went for the standing medium punch after the adamant flame. Oh, the sweep. That hit on like the tip of the toes.
Wow, what a way to call him out, Shuto. Not big damage, but he does get a corner carry almost. Nice technical there from Big Bird. You gotta be careful. It's conditioning him early.
Dropped combo. And remember, Shuto dropped the combo against Itazan at Combo Breaker, which cost him the match. He doesn't want to repeat that again. Oh, but he's burned out, so not going to be able to punish. But just gets the meaty in there.
To be honest, I feel like he could have just took one throw. He would have reset it neutral, right? Burn out on Shuto's side. That means a free level 2 for Big Bird. I didn't see his meter gain, though, so I could be incorrect here. Beautiful stuff. We're going to go for the anti-air, no? Yeah, take the throw now. Reset the neutral. Oh, good block.
Yeah, just try to sneak in that little overhead there. I do like seeing players using those overheads more often outside of just those kill situations. Oh, punish counter.
Oh, nice. Sniped out the backdash? Really over the jump attempt? Oh, almost. Wow, this is the big toe reach? said, oh yeah. One knockdown we score here for Big Bird. That is a level 2.
Whoa!
Oh,
the timing
on that button was so good.
That was a delayed delivery right there, James. The adamant flame immediately. He need to buy some time to touch the green inside of the drive gate.
Ooh, and now we get the walls flat, so we get bonus damage here.
Ooh!
Tatsu! Classic!
Whoa!
And that's gonna miss and give Shuto the game right there.
You know what? I don't know if that kind of kept them in the air a little bit
that's what I'm thinking too.
To avoid either the jab or the throw tech.
Yeah, so like if you think they're gonna empty jump into throw, you might press the throw.
Levitate a little
and maybe the Tatsu does change that a little bit. I'm not sure, but
I think that's what it is, James. You might be right, because I thought he was trying to go for a crossover, but he just didn't realize that, that his back was to the wall, but that might be a thing. Maybe we're looking too much into it.
Yeah, I know,
it's
right?
fighting games. It's pretty epic. That's the beautiful part about it, figuring out what the players is thinking at the moment. Yeah.
And even just like when you're watching, you're like, wait, why did he do that? And it's like, people need to watch matches, man. You learn so much just from watching. Oh, Big Bird starting here, and of course, remember, Big Bird was up 2-0. But how many 0-2 comebacks have we seen here at the Esports World Cup this week alone?
いろんな卓やるな。打撃投げで次シミか。
Without worrying about getting walked first 2 games. Nice. Love the anti-air. Ooh, the throw got bodied by the wake of Go Shoryu. That was the commando. That's why you've seen Big Bird commit to buttons early on regardless.
Yeah, but I'm surprised because, I mean, if Shuto had actually gone for the throw, I think he actually would have connected. He actually made it through Big Bird, but here we go. Big Bird, nice juggle off the wing shot, alley-oop to himself for the super Rashid the kicker.
All right, let's get into that +1 range with the stand strong, Rashid. That's when the conditioning begins. Okay. Give me that. No? You didn't want to put it in your back pocket? You got to, probably try to snipe out a drive rush behind the fireball.
And there he goes, gonna get the combo. Look at the corner push. The throw is gonna put him all the way in the drive rush. Right back in there with the heavy kick.
やべ、逃げ時来る。うわ、これ来る。来ない。うわー、ああいう直径なんだこれ。いやー、マジかー。
That is the match we're gonna get credit to Shuto, but he's gonna go into the back of the spectator seat somewhere in that arena to chill with the homies. But we appreciate you and your performance throughout, well, hell, the whole season, whatever you're involved in. You're pretty godlike, sir. But today, you will become a spectator. Big Bird moves on.
Yeah, and we see the fans out there for Team Reject cheering for Big Bird out there. It's always funny to me because, you know, you were talking about, you know, conditioning your opponents and stuff, right? Like, it's weird how fighting games are kind of backwards, right? Because you got to condition them and then you wash them, right? So, yeah. Yeah, so we got a little backwards here. So.
Yeah. I mean, Shuto, I feel like in this case, he just had trouble slowing down Angry Bird. Once he got that one conditioned situation where it's a throw or you saw or just the overhead, that's a whiff punish, hell. That's when Big Bird just got really comfortable, to be honest.
Wins. But unfortunately, that was just that one game that he had. Big Bird coming right back to finish it off over there. And I mean, I've always said, Big Bird is a person that you can know what he's thinking by looking at his facial expressions. He does not hide how he's feeling on his face, right? And you can tell with that win, though, with even hearing, you know, the Reject fans cheering for him, it's still muted because he knows there's one more in it and he wants that revenge against Dual Kevin. But before that, the Crusher taking out the key. Oh!
He's like, yes. He's like, yes. You ain't cracking mine today.
Oh, man. There was definitely some sort of like sadistic joy you could see on Big Bird's face there. So, but Dual Kevin is the one that's coming after Big Bird here. He's the one who sent Big Bird to losers. This is a run back. Oh, I love the dusting off the shoulders. Let's go.
Chillin', man. We got Reject's own Big Bird taking on plain clothes Dual Kevin. Straight out the closet, Dual Kevin, yes. With respect to him, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of esports teams watching right now. You got talent on that stage. Hold the boy down. He will put the work in for you. Well,
just to speak on Dual Kevin's behalf, he had an amazing year last year. And this year, he is looking to be even stronger. You gotta pick this boy up for your team.
Look at the stats. The last time they met, of course, that was the previous set. Dual Kevin did send Big Bird to lose as well. 3-2. Total whiff punishes 10. Love who's keeping count on that. Missed DI reaction. That means Dual Kevin is getting a little older. And we got times in burnout. I can see that because Big Bird is more of the aggressor in terms of trying to wail at the drive gauge, so I can see that actually happening. Or, so it's 7 times that he went into burnout. Okay, I'm just getting the stat right. All right.
So shout outs to our boy Lazarus, who's been taking care of all the stats. So yeah,
Lazarus,
shout
I
outs
see
to
you, my
him.
boy.
I've always said, to get these kind of stats requires somebody really to kind of take one for the team doing that work. It is not an easy job. No. So shout outs to Lazarus, all the credit to him and all the stats takers that we have throughout the FGC.
Yeah, man.
At live events and even like, for example, like Incross and his Liquipedia crew. We've got the Cat Cammy and Aliet Faye all doing all these cool little data on information on like how many characters are being picked and such. So
wow, that's not okay. Successful anti-air is 100%. I believe it. Ooh. Every time I watch him play online, you can't jump on this guy. That's the whole point. He's just trying to get you annoyed. Be like, man, I can't hit this guy from this space. Let me get some blocks done on the jump in. No, Dual Kevin denies that at all times. I actually got to see this match. I missed it a little bit. I think I was having a little bit of food when this match was going on. And I was like, yo, who won that match? And I looked back and it was Dual Kevin. So let's see what Big Bird got to say. Remember, he does tend to start a little slow. Not all the time. Sometimes he come out the gate swinging. But EWC, there's so much competition here when it comes to the quality of players here. Oh, yeah. And come on.
I mean, the matches that we have been seeing over here so far have just been absolutely off the charts. You know, even starting off the day with that Latif match against Nadekun. So, yeah.
Habibi should have thrown him more.
But here we go. The Rashid Mir match, as we've seen in the first day.
Let's see. We're trying to set the tone first.
But again, it's a very distinct play styles here. Big Bird is active. He's always swinging buttons, throwing wing shots. And Dual Kevin, you just see him kind of walk back and forth, play that neutral.
Yeah, he's really keen in terms of spacing, for sure. Nice anti-air already. Okay, Big Bird looks like he did his homework. Ooh, the delay got exposed right there with the quick wake-up jab from Dual Kevin. I mean, I'm pretty sure Dual Kevin feels like, all right, you're about to do this right now. You know, obviously these guys are Rashid players, so they know each other's tendencies, which makes this even more interesting.
Oh, yeah.
And then on top of that, I'm like, maybe you guys just can't fight your character, you know?
I mean, a lot of times, too, when you fight someone who plays the character so differently than you, you're like, I would never have done that at that moment. And, you know, but they think differently. But Dual Kevin is going to get the stun in the corner off the DI, and round 1 to Dual Kevin.
Man, I wonder if he could have actually reacted with the level 1 and burnt them out. But you know what? That's a decision you got to make in that scenario. Do you want to spend that cash and not have the level 2 in the next round? Big decision to make there for Big Bird. So I like that, just to hold his balls. And here comes the maulage here from Dual Kevin. Almost like he called him Tekken.
Yeah, turned the low into the throw strike, the strike throw mix up there. And now, here we go. He's got the level 3, and Dual Kevin is going to put a game on the board here against Big Bird. Picture perfect.
Dual Kevin, it's like all of a sudden he plays slow pace. He got your tendencies in terms of how you want to poke back, and then he just hits you with ballistic offense. This man stays on your ass like flies on poop. Let me tell you something, bro. That's what Rashid does. That's what Rashid does at the end of the day. Let's see how Big Bird bounces back.
Now I'm just thinking about the poop and then the whirldowns, and I don't even want to go any further at this point in time. So yeah.
さすがにラシードにマリーズ出すことなさそう。
Right, here we go. Opening game of time once again. Big Bird, how you feeling? The jump in, nice pocket. Let me get a throw. No, not even. See, that would have worked out. I feel like people, I don't know what it is. I think people just are so conditioned to just try to wash the drive gauge as much as possible. But you would think, and mind you, defensive technicals does give you a bar of drive gauge. So everybody's trying to snipe out the delay tags or whatever the case may be. But you might as well commit to just try to go for the throw early on. That way you can open them up. You can open them up later down in the set. Oh no,
boy!
ワンチャンここの2試合目マジで何も起きずに負けてギリ 5% ぐらい可能性ありそう。
Plain clothes Dual Kevin is doing numbers right now. I'm gonna need Big Bird to raise that difficulty setting, at least 1 star. Right now, Dual Kevin has played this before. Nice whip punish, good starter, big buttons. Can I get another throw? Yes. See, condition him now, open it up later.
Oh,
wow,
we got caught.
You never think it's gonna hit that high, you know?
Right, exactly. He's always got that little starting kick right there that just hits way down there. Oh, nice. not obviously not a confirm, but maybe confirm that he was standing. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Nice to walk back. A lot of especially any high-paced character, fast-paced, they're always going to walk back, look for a whiff punish. So that was a great low forward from Dual Kevin.
Yeah, most of the time those confirms are just based on the fact that you know the opponent is standing, which with a lot of players, they can low block at the last second and get you to waste that meter.
Yep. He's trying to look for the launch or the punish counter. He's usually using that for pressure to drive gate, sure, but for the punish counter.
Oh, a nice side switch right there.
Oh! Right on the abdomen.
We are seeing a lot of successful shimmies here in this match.
Shave him off. Oh my God, that could have been a stand fist low four, whatever you could have picked there. We got level 2, not yet.
But Big Bird, unfortunately, very low on that drive gauge, so we're not going to see any of that cancel until it gets above that 3-bar threshold. Shoutouts to Ringe for that term right there.
Yeah. My God.
Wow,
lands right on the category 5. Not necessary. Good adjustments there, Big Bird. So I feel like Big Bird in the last match, he was just walking forward into too much normals. Obviously, he's trying to walk forward and then block in time, but he keeps getting clipped. Now he's being a little more extra careful. As you can see right there, it's getting a little more sharper here.
And yeah, you see him catching that crouching medium kick. He's finding that same, again, that crouching medium kick right there. He's starting to get a better read on Dual Kevin's neutral game and when he's crouching.
There we go, Kev, get money. This is all for the meter build. All for the meter build, so we can get that category 5. I want to see barnyards and cars in the air.
Those punish counters also trained a lot of that, but that throw tech gave Big Bird a nice block back, so a lot safer here.
Walk back on that. Yo, Rashid, my man said wake up crouching strong to snipe out the delay or the stagger. What?
And now Dual Kevin activates the second wind right here.
Don't worry, he's gonna be like, look at Big Bird, like, my turn in a minute. Hold on, pose right there. Oh my God, he got a guess. Whoa, the technical. He got a guess again. Technical. Let me get that. Barnyards and cars in the air.
My turn. How's he gonna handle? Oh, Dual Kevin trying to walk in and get as much of it away as possible, but not gonna help.
Oh, he had a guess there. Well, I mean, obviously it wasn't a pixel like, but 25%. Well, actually, I like a little bit about 10 or 13, but you gotta guess nonetheless in that scenario.
That's what makes Isar so scary, is that you can't escape it, you can't avoid it, and then once he kicks it at you, you gotta guess. But a bait on the OD spinning mixer.
Man, he just went right back in there. Drive rush, standing light kick. Why the hell not? You know, it's good to drive rush with the faster button in case people trying to check, trying to like catch him second guessing. Oh yeah,
this is done right here. Big Bird ties it up 2 apiece. Who is going to advance into the next phase? And remember, the person who makes it out of this on loser side doesn't even make it into the top 16. They get into the round robin phase, so they have one more step, but only one of these 2 players is going to make it there.
Well, I feel like Dual Kevin just, not that he's slowed down, but I think he's just looking for a little too much. I feel like he got to be active himself, even if he's not opening anybody up, because one of his key go-tos in terms of really testing somebody's reactions and see how they want to press buttons is that standing medium. Wait, probably another one, wait, and then if you see something with, he'll go for a stand fierce, right? Or he'll actually bait out for a parry from time to time, but I feel like he's too focused on looking for something super specific, and it might be the whiff punishes, and not giving an opportunity for Big Bird to just get his maul. It's like, oh, you want to whiff? Well, whiff this right close to you. Right next to you. This is the buttons, the offense.
Well, good start for Dual Kevin. Immediately gets the corner, and then the crouching medium kick, drive rush cancel. And now the continued pressure. Yeah, no drive cancel that time, because obviously he didn't want to burn himself out. But he has got a 3-bar threshold, but he's not going to need to worry about that drive gauge, because he's got even the better resource, which is number of rounds.
Talk to him, James. Ooh, almost got the whiff punish there on the jab. Tranquilo, papi. On the
counter hit. Counter hit confirmed. Nicely done.
Wow, we challenged that. That didn't cost 1.
And now same mix-up. Ooh, he actually read the empty into the throw. Ooh, oh, too close.
Slap right on your dad hat. Oh, right back at you. We almost built in that meter.
Sorry.
I'm glad you can enjoy some dad jokes, huh?
All right, here we go. Big combo now for Dual Kevin. Very scary situation for Big Bird, because they're also, he's also down on super meter, but Dual Kevin
チームのあれで一緒に来てるけど、実はこっちの選手の方を応援してるんだなって人は、おお、うまっ。あれだから。
Or I
で
mean,
もやっぱ
it might
周り
have
と
been
乗
he
り合
was
わ
just
せないと
doing
ま
it,
ずいわ
right?
He's ridiculous, so I'm gonna just give it to him. He reacted. Plain clothes get better
なん
execution.
か野球の
sometimes,
観戦とかそういうの
Let's
たまに
go,
起こ
man.
るって聞
Okay,
いたことあ
Big
るわ
Bird gotta think about it. Don't overthink it. You're doing just fine. He was just on the receiving
あれ
end of
なん
some
か周り
balls.
逆のチームの応援ばっかじゃね
Well,
みた
that's
いな
actually really important to say too, because you know there's still that kind of feel like, oh, I got perfected or whatever. Dude, Street Fighter 6 is such a momentum-heavy game.
Yes.
You shake that off. Like, you're gonna get mauled. The best players are gonna get mauled all day. So, don't take it to heart.
Nah, man. Like I said, look, this is fighting games, baby. Unless, of course, this is going to become a team thing, like down the pipeline with many events or whatever the case may be. There can only be one.
Yep.
So
And
it's
Big
all
Bird
right.
is trying to be at least the one to get into that round robin phase here with a great
まずは
start.
ビ
It
ッグ
is
バが
2-2.
有
So
利
this is the
うまっ
final game. Nice.
I wonder if that's why the Rashid go for that. That was ridiculous. I know that worked.
Because I
Why
think it was
the-
a forced knockdown situation. I'm not sure.
Dude.
I didn't see what he got
Wow,
hit
これ
out
は
of. But a perfect here to start for Big Bird. He is at match point to get revenge
基本やっぱ
against
端に
Dual
くそき
Kevin,
ついな
who beat him on the winner side.
I think Kev
ま
tried
あ
to do
ラ
the,
シードってキャラ自体が
the
多
win
分そうなんだろう
escape. He probably clipped that and got the counter.
Yeah.
ラシードもラシードの端攻めに抗えない感じ
So
があ
that
る
the forward medium punch could juggle.
Let's go. Think about it. Ooh, the throw. That looked like a delayed cross throw. I
や
would
ば
have
いこのままだとケビンが
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, that looks
Absolutely.
scary.
I mean, honestly, taking that one throw is kind of a win for Dual Kevin.
No
Right?
pun intended.
わー結局
No
端
puns intended. Oh, watch it. Be careful. You're low on the drive gauge, so you just don't want to throw those parries out there. Nice challenge.
Oh,
But
まあ
no
本当だ
burnout.
Sorry, he
裏回り
dashed
か
out. No, he was too close. So he's
いや
just going
回
for
ら
all
んな
the
い
chip right here. Yeah.
逆にね
found the time. He knows
う
Rashid.
わ
Oh my God. This is a moment right here.
うわ
Cool, Kevin. He can't afford to get hit anymore. One more hit.
あるよ
He is touching grass very quickly on the drive gauge.
あるよ
Nice jimmy.
He's only got a Rashid to kick. He doesn't spend it.
うわーマジかよ
The super Rashid
打つんか
kicker for Big Bird is gonna take it, and he exacts
打つんだ
his revenge on Dual Kevin, and that means he will be advancing to the next round. His hopes of getting in that top 16 still alive here.
打たなそうではあった
Blew everyone out. Yo, I'm like, I see everybody with reject jerseys. That's fine, man. Shout out to the rejects crew.
Dude,
But
a
yo,
bunch of the all the teams have like all their fans over here, dude. It's
man,
crazy.
what a momentum-based matchup right here, right? Whoever got it going was pretty much the victor. I mean, it went back and forth. It was 2-2. Dual Kevin started hot, but Big Bird just started
俺
making
これ
some
賭けするたびに思うんだ
started
け
being
ど
a little more
さ
aggro
間違った方
himself,
に配当した瞬間
which
これもう
definitely
人
scored
生終
DW
了じゃ
on
ん
his
ね
side. Team Rejects own Big Bird, moves forward, never backwards. And mind you, this only gets better for him because you know what type of player Big Bird is. He rides on that momentum.
Yeah, and I mean, look, the fascinating part about this, Dual Kevin beat Big Bird 3-2 on the winner's side, and then loses 2-3 here. So you feel like, yeah, super even match between the two players. I mean, came down to that last interaction right there. So, you know, really, I would love to see a watch like a first to 50 and, you know, it'll be like 24-24 at the end.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Yo, but it's kind of crazy though. Like, did he have a
もしやっ
round
た
to
ら
give?
もしやったら
Speaking of which,
謝
we're
らな
gonna
いで
give me this.
Remember how
Damn, that's two of them?
逆に切れる
Remember the evil grin on his face earlier? Let's
Yeah,
see if he
gonna do
gets
it again.
another
He's like,
evil
yeah.
grin here.
He's like, damn, I hate to do this to you, Dual Kevin.
Yeah.
No!
Oh, he actually, you see him close his eyes?
He's like, oh, wow, big damage. Oh,
や
wow,
べ
big
吹っ飛ん
damage.
でる
Damn, Kev.
かけらが吹っ飛
Oh,
んでる
now he's wiping his hand.
てかなんかプレス機に突き刺さって
Obviously,
ね
they're both Rashid players, so they respect each other so much, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But
Oh,
we
man.
got here Juicy Joe coming into the house here. As I mentioned yesterday, if you knew about him in Europe, you knew how scary he was. But I love that he was able to make a name for himself at Capcom Cup.
Yo, but shout out to Psycho, though. Brooklyn's own, went to Florida. I hear he's in Texas now. But, man, I'm very proud of this guy, making a lot of strides throughout the year from the online tournaments, offlines, the SFL. This guy has been stepping this game up tremendously, and he deserves to be in this grand stage.
Oh, yeah.
Going up against Juicy Joe, listen, I had the
キンバリー
privilege
地獄
to do SFL
く
EU.
来る
Shout out to Dad
That's
Brown
right,
for the folks
yes.
to bring me out there. I always seen Juicy Joe's name spoken of when Phenom had to do something with it, or I just see like results from the World Warrior, whatever the case may be, right? I actually got the privilege to watch this guy play in person. My God, his JP is ridiculous. ridiculous.
Yeah, but as you can see right there, 0% rounds won in the first match. He did get 3-0'd by Matsu, but again, he's just in such an unfortunate position because he's got 2 Kimberlys and
なんかサングラスにマスクにキャップしてるとすげえ有名な人なんかなって思っ
just
ちゃう。
happen to be the characters that are really good at getting in on JP.
Yeah, man. Psycho, sorry, my brother, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just about to say, and Psycho, I mean, look, I'm trying not to show my bias here right now, but like, I think Psycho might be the best Kimberly on the planet right now. Like, he is so good because he also has that fundamentals, you know what I mean? His neutral is so strong with a character whose neutral is not as good as a lot of other characters.
That walk speed, though, James.
Yeah, the walk speed is everything for her.
Let's go. Watch that stand fierce. Whole 9 frames, I believe. Could be wrong, but man, it just leads it to so much. I love the pressure always on the low starter. Obviously, she doesn't really get any 2-on-1s from any of her lows, really.
Right.
But she can start the pressure with the low forward, always.
But you can already... Oh, that's twice. He just run into a couple of buttons right there.
So that's the thing about JP, right? Obviously, he gets mauled on the defensive end, but once he gets his momentum going and everything is in place, the departures and all that, he is just very healthy when it comes to controlling the stream.
And honestly, after the nerf, did he press a button? He did.
なんだ今の爆いや違うなんか投げてたなパニカンしてた
You get better Oki with the can, but obviously that means you're down to 1 can here, so you no more double can shenanigans here.
Oh, try to go for the air throw. If he jump, can you jump back throw in this game? I don't remember. No, I don't think you can. I don't think you can. I could be wrong.
JP, you mean?
No, just in general. Like, you can't just jump back and throw. Now, that would have been OD.
さすがにこのキンバリー地獄抜けれたら名前もヘルシージョーになるかもしれない
One, but no can. Is this gonna kill?
今のままだと完全にジューシーコースお積んどる
He tried to do something. He knows he was going to be in blocks done all day. Yeah. So he just went to go for something there. So
yeah, because he had spent that level 1 as well. So even if he had blocked that, the OD tree glove right there, it would have been something in the drive impact, and that would have been it right there.
Look at that. He's doing the drop, leads into this. This is where Juicy Joe has been getting comfortable in this group, in the corner.
And that's the risk of trying to chase down when she does the arc step and just bounces off.
これ SA 打ってもちょっと期待しうわーなんだ
hit you before you can block or anything.
That was so sneaky. Standing meter kicker to just reload. I respect that. I mean, the burnout, there's not much that you can be threatened with, right? No drive gauge available for a big combo.
確かにブランカの人形が3個もあんのにカンカン2個なの受けるな
Get off of me. You're good with golf. I see why you're so cool with the green.
Golf swing. Hey, we saw some of the players using that virtual golf stuff here at Esports World Cup.
The departure.
Maybe they learned from JP.
Okay. Use that cash.
But you gotta be careful because you can see Psycho so low on drive gauge right now. He gets clipped by that standing heavy punch. That'll guarantee be kill so long as Juicy Joe doesn't drop the combo, which he doesn't, and bro.
Yeah, man. Shout out to
Steve. それで言うとさ、密かにさ、潜んでるけど、やっぱ忍者だから、キンバリ4体上がってんだよな。このキャラ怪しくね
Esteban Sabroso. Team Ninjas in Pajamas is in the mix versus Virtus Pro, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, getting familiar with all these esports teams, you know, I just love following the people, you know what I'm saying? I learned the teams after, you know? All right, here we go, wake up jab, no counter hit here for Psycho. He was trying to catch maybe a jump back, a parry, hit the brakes with the stand strong, possibly. Oh, the spacing. That's the momentum for JP. That is key. Just keep it going. Once you score a knockdown, departure immediately. But we have the bar for the finish. Level 1. No.
Oh, he just saved it for the ground spike because again, Kimberly was burned out right there, right? So I think he had that opportunity right there.
Interesting. I want to see how plus that is needy to fight.
やっぱ人数が多ければ多い時ほどやっぱ政治活動は頑張らないとね。政見放送チャンネル。
Oh, the alley-oop to yourself.
Oh, but we dropped the combo. It's all right. Burnout. Uh-oh. Oh, fitty. Oh, no. My legs. Let's go to jumping. The big old missile drop kick. Check the shoes.
Still in range for that throw.
Damn. Oppression. Oh, no. Lord have mercy. The life of not having a reversal.
Oh, yeah.
素晴らしい柔道だ。
Okay, there we go. Great conversion here. He's got the level 3.
素敵柔道。
So he's gonna let it go here, and it is a critical art. So for sure, this is gonna take the round.
Absolutely, and we got some buffs to take it. 90% to 100% scaling, eh? That's about to get nasty.
So now, not only is her damage now normalized here, but she has even faster walk speed.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, had the right idea, but was still recovering from the back dash.
今の2回目のなんかパーンってやつって体幹持続みたいな感じあれ
Very, very meaty.
重なってなかったよねフレーム消費っぽくもなかったんだよ
That's it.
Fortunately, JP doesn't get a big old combo off that air throw, but you know.
Drive gauge low, man.
Yeah. No, doesn't get through the projectiles. That's why Juicy Joe went with the tree
GP が一番やばいからでも GP は3体なんだよな
yesterday, because like I said, Matsu 3-0 over him, but Psycho, I mean, I said Psycho might be the best Kimberly on the planet, but according to Juicy Joe, Matsu might be the scarier Kimberly to deal with.
別に俺がどう思ってるみたいな話じゃなくて事実として3体ではある
If you know, you know. Oh, nice anti-air.
And then run back to the same side, to switch again.
Let's go. The Busha Tatsumaki.
Oh, that's baited.
Oh.
Here's time for the damage. Yeah. Oh.
すごいな
All that gauge.
Just to finish the job, and that's how you do it. Psycho's definitely showing some signs of life here. Being a little more aggressive, as you should. Remember, that is the game plan with JP. You shut down his momentum on the keep away. You're doing just fine. You just gotta be careful with the amnesia. I feel like it's gonna pop out.
Yeah, look at all
slowly but surely.
Gauge being deleted. He went from like almost 6 bars.
実際俺も JP の方が強いって当然思うけど当然思うけどでもやられてる時の俺不快感全然キンバリーの方が上位だなこれ気持ちの話強さの話じゃない気持ちの話めちゃくちゃ不快感高い
And again, if you're Juicy Joe, and even if you expected that drive impact, I think doing the level 1 there
まあジェイミーとかもそっち側かも
Well, I guess it was
ジェイミーもかなり不快感やばい端の攻め無限系腹立つ
Gotcha. Oh, what a reset on hit too. Let's go. Actually, no, the stand strong hit after the block. Think. All right, let's set it up. Let's depart. We gotta go somewhere.
After the arc step, remember the first time Juicy Joe drive rush and got checked. The second
キンバリーはね後ろ下がりもうざいんだよな
And that time Juicy Joe was waiting for it, and so he checked the drive rush.
ポイント高い深いポイント高い
Looking for that shimmy. It's about 4 times Psycho did that same setup looking for the shimmy. I feel like Juicy Joe will bite very soon. That is, of course, the Psycho has control of the scenario. Let's set up the meaty spike. No, not even. We got plus frames over.
Whoa.
The Fisherman Joe. That's Fisherman Joe.
来る SS
Let's go. Do enjoy this. Nobody enjoys this. Wow, we found the pocket. He didn't block.
Do enjoy it.
I mean,
Nobody
didn't expect it.
They got the hit here, but fortunately Juicy Joe does not have any meter to drain that the drive gauge, but it doesn't matter. He gets that round anyway, and now Juicy Joe poised to be able to take this. Woo!
Big brown house. Big shoes. That's not even a oh, caught the back dash.
これ前にめっちゃ進むからバックステに結構隠れやすいっぽいな他の SA でも隠れそうではあったけど今のは
It might have been too early, I think it was. So, but here we go. Now Juicy Joe got the crouch heavy punch on deck.
Oh no.
Kimberly's got one too.
Oh, did it get the punish in time?
いいね表裏が分かんないやつに対して下下コマンドで読み合い拒否できるのええな
All right, here we go. Corners position here. Oh, just smacked the
Do enjoy.
Oh no, you've seen it in Psycho's face. This is not what he wanted to be in right now. He's still good. He got some drive gauge. Wow, wake up, buttons. I respect that. No.
That combo was too far away. He tried to go for it. Did Juicy Joe press a button?
Wow.
Juicy Joe is going to take out one of the
いやーキンバリーに勝ててよかったじゃあ次もキンバリーね
Conquering one of his demons here. I mean, like I said, coming into this pool, you're just like, oh my God, there are so many Kimberlys here. And to be able to get past one of them, and in fact, one of the best on the planet, I still stand by that. Juicy Joe gotta feel very, very proud and happy of himself for that victory.
I mean, you saw him flexing that SFL ring, man. At the end of the day, they did win the U.S. Finals. on the Fly Quest side of things.
はい、
So big ups to
昨
those
日から
guys.
キンバリー
But man,
だ
I
ら
mean,
けです。
story's been told. Listen, Juicy Joe pretty much got washed yesterday. Looks like he went back to the
初戦
lab and
キ
he
ンバ
thought
リーや
about
っ
it a
て
second. You know what I'm saying? He just kept
2日目
his
キン
keep
バリーや
away
って
very active.
2日目の2
And I
戦目
like
キ
his,
ンバ
the
リーや
different
って
looks too. So one of the things when you
負け
fight
たら
JP,
帰
you
国
want to slow down your offense because of course you're worried about the amnesia. So credit to Juicy Joe for not cracking. He always
最高
picked
の
the
大
spots
会
when he wanted to be amnesia, and it was the good spots to get him out of harm's way. So credit to Juicy Joe, and of course credit to Psycho Man. Of course, made it far here, qualifying again through the SFL World Finals, and he just recently got top 8 at Blink Respawn.
And you know what? I always say this about Juicy Joe. I know that this is something that a lot of people have heard me talk about.
ジューシー・ジョーはどんな
I
顔
am
で潰すん
so
だろ
like I admire him so much because when JP got all those nerves, he was like, doesn't matter. I'm gonna stick with this character. He was still getting second places and third places and first places and such.
Yes.
Oh.
Sorry to interrupt. Yo, I like everybody's like reaction
Why?
when it's happening because it's like the first time they're going up there to like use the crusher. So he's just looking. He ain't even flinch. He just had his eyebrows up like, that's how it looked. Okay.
He was like, that was fun.
Yeah.
I may want to do this again.
Well, he can. He does have an opportunity to do it again because he does have a chance to get that revenge on Matsu. Wow, this is what you earned. This is your reward for crushing one of the medallions. If you was one of the keys, going up against the guy that sent you to the losers, Matsu. Now, mind you, I didn't really hear about this guy until this tournament. Now, question, can you answer this for me? Did he qualify to the LCQ?
I believe so. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. There was so much
Matsu's
going on.
been playing Kimberly for a very, very long time. A lot of people had always pointed to him as one of the strongest Japanese Kimberlys out there. So.
Oh! This is the first set right here. Oh, body. Juicy Joe, that's a good start. And you just beat up a Kimberly, a good one too. So you're 1-0 right now.
You're like, now I've got all the information I need.
Man, okay, you a scissors guy, huh? Okay.
I mean, it's really interesting, you know. It's not even like whether they played rock, scissors, or papers, but how their mind is on whether they decide to switch or not, you know. And Jammers and I were talking, you know, in the green room over there, and Jammers was even saying, like, you know, just go for the throws early on, and you can tell so much about the player based on that one interaction. Like the first or two times you go for a throw, you can learn so much about a player. Are they just panic teching, or do they just take the throw, et cetera, et cetera? You learn a lot about personalities that way.
Yep. The folks that like to take the throw, maybe on the third or fourth go, that's when you're going to start seeing the delays pop out. But let's see how these guys condition themselves here. Juicy Joe again. NIP, Ninjas in Pajamas, representing today. Great pickup, by the way. So if you guys are listening, great job. Of course, joining the likes of Veggie and Phenom.
ジューシーってニップなの
It's pretty sick. Shout out to those guys. It's like one of my favorites in terms of content nowadays.
長いわ、そんなこと言ってたよね
They always put some cool stories and stuff that you could really relate to. But that's here nor there. Juicy Joe's well prepared. He's warmed up. Again, I'm a firm believer of whoever stays on the hot seat is going to stay hot.
すげえ何
Of course,
回
he
も
just
ユ
finished
ニフォーム変わってる
Russian
気するな
Psycho's key, and he's on the verge. Well, he's eyeing to crush
5回ぐらい変わってる
Yes, let's see. I mean, like we've been saying, clearly he went back and did some Kimberly labbing here to make sure that he was ready.
さすがに
And
5回は
let's
言い
see
過ぎ
if
か
it's
な
actually good enough to take out the man who sent him down to the losers bracket. And that is, of course, Matsu 56.
It's either Matsu's going to get washed. It's going to be a close set. But I know he's going to approach this a little different. I want to see what he does different.
え、嘘 毎年変わってる
Man, it wasn't a bad match. It went back and
そんな
forth.
チームある
Obviously, Juicy Joe was the victor, so we'll see what happens. But I always love this. I'm a big fan of the cat and mouse defense versus offense, even though his defense is clearly offense when I'm talking about the side of JP. So I want to see how this plays out, man. It's going to be one of my favorite shows right here. I guarantee it.
Yeah, so, I mean, just off the bat here, you know,
じゃあ4
Matsu
回
is
変わったってこと
definitely has a lot more of the, I don't want to call them shenanigans, the Kimberly, you know, mix-ups, the tricks and stuff like that. And he's definitely a lot more kinetic. Like I said, Psycho, a very neutral, heavy player. You know, I mean, he lived with Punk for a while, and he, as he told me, is like, you can't live with Punk and not learn neutral.
That's
so.
100%. Well, it didn't work out there, unfortunately.
わあ、
Okay, pick
そ
JP
んな
enough.
タイミングだった
How about
わ
that? Okay, we in there.
出た
Wow, try to back that.
早くも読み合い要素
And here we go, air throw. Just he's in the corner here, so he's gonna take the setup here with the one can. Okay, he goes for a one can setup there.
Damn, he did the run wall and then just did the neutral one and caught the drive rush there. And I'm still stuck on that. I'm so sorry. The real back. Sorry, I brain farted for a hot minute. Wow.
All good. No, but that's what happens when we're, commentators like us, we're always thinking about these things when we see cool stuff.
I just like seeing some good matches. I kind of feel like just kicking back and watching. I feel like I'm between these guys watching the matches, to be honest. All right, here we go. That's Ain't No Day. Let me stop talking.
Juicy Joe trying to gain some drive gauge back right here. That's why we have the teleport from Matsu. He wants to get in there. And Matsu definitely more willing to go for those teleports. He loves using that Isen kick as well.
届かないことあるんだ。
He's gonna run up and throw. At least dash. Probably Matsu would have caught on and just drive rushed out of there so he can avoid the punish counter. Excuse me. We got bars that we're gonna react. Okay, nice technical. That got him closer to the drive. It's nice anti-air, Matsu. What a way to call his bluff, knowing that he is in drive impact range. Although the amnesia is there, but Juicy Joe just trying to avoid, and he got sniped out. Credit to Matsu. And we back in his corner. This is looking like deja vu. We're going for the overhead. The back
but that's
roundhouse.
There was only the one can, so he couldn't get the combo off the throw. And yep, reloads, gets the 2 cans now.
I love that. Just
なんかキンバリーもだいぶ立ち回り更新されてるんだな。あ、いった。
He was going to try to chase down the bounce back, but
減らなすぎだろこのキャラ。
does nothing right there. She's only -3.
さすがに小技補正あるとはいえ。コンボが長いから余計そう感じるのかもな。
Oh, perfect dish. My man said, Matsu said, bring my apron here. Perfect KO. Yo, I swear I will get so salty from on that stage, and I just look to my left and it says perfect KO. Production, the nerve of you for reminding this guy that he got his ass kicked. Well, everybody, for that matter. Man, this is pretty sick. Okay, Juicy Joe's gonna think about it for a sec. Matsu is clear. He clearly got the game plan on Smash. The fact that he just sniped out a jump back.
安いんだったら安いでいいからもう見た目デコピンとかにしてほしいよな。あ、これ安いんだなってわかるし。うわー、来た。
That's an icy kick to the back of the dome. Now you're gonna have to deal with the Acme Dynamite. Oh, put that in my back pocket. Wow.
And was able to recover in time before the bomb exploded on him as well. So there you go.
Sure.
Look at that. Not scared of the amnesia. I like that he kept it safe, right? Stand strong from far. I'm pretty sure he recovered in time after the amnesia, right? Sure.
Oh, sure. うめっ。負ける気せえへん。地元じゃねえけど。
You gotta put some pajamas on, Juicy Joe. Your legs are exposed.
God, every time I see that whiff punish from the crouching medium punch, it just looks so painful. It's like discipline, you know?
Throw. Oh, the overhead. It's just too much to look out for. You just gotta be ready. You gotta commit.
Overreact.
I mean, truth be told, if you know there's a character heavy with overheads, just react with parry, man. Even if you don't get the perfect parry, at least you survive. You don't gotta stand up. You don't gotta crouch.
You don't have to guess the high-low that way as well. Obviously,
you just need the visual cue.
Okay,
the overhead again.
Wow.
And a level 3. Damn. He's gonna juice all of that. Finish the job. Elbow into level. Oh, not even.
Level 2. He's like, you know what? We don't need to watch that whole cutscene. He's gonna finish you off with the level 2. And right now, Matsu showing that his Kimberly has very much control over Juicy Joe right now.
I like that. She said, "Did you see that mix?" I love the reactions of everybody on the stage.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh no, man, the crouch fist. You're gonna have to have faith, unless of course you're so worried about the elbow. But I'm pretty sure the crouch fist is everywhere.
He could have interrupted that strong fierce into the run right there.
Oh no,
Just follow my nose, man. You got the 2 cans out over there.
That's boss. Oh, the charade combo. Matsu at match point. Lord, it's just layers.
Whoa.
And at the max range,
ガチ JP アンチキャラ感あるな、こうやって見てると。さっき JP サイドが勝ったのに。
Yeah, he's really trying to go after that drive gauge right there.
どうすりゃええねんって感じするけどな。
Good catch on the throw. And mind you, I don't call that a shimmy. That's a throw bait right there. Neutral jump. Nice. Do it again. Oh, not even. He wasn't close. He was close.
Setup, actually. Nice block on the overhead. Oh, the perfect parry gets him through into the level 3. And now we've got a powered up Kimberly here, ready to go.
あー、てかワンチャン隅まで見えてんのかこれ。
How my UK brothers would say.
わ、ポコー。
Wow. Hold on.
Good block on the overhead again.
Watch your legs. Ooh, scratch the kneecap. Stay comfortable. Stay solid, Juicy. You all right? Nice.
Too far, too far.
Reset. Here comes the run slide. I promise you. He's looking for the perfect parry, and I like that Juicy Joe took it to him so he could throw away that option out the window.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
And now here comes Matsu. Matsu's in.
4.
Drive reversal. It's going to find its mark, and now Matsu got to find a way to sneak in. Good block on the overhead. What a defensive choice right there from Juicy Joe.
You know very well who you are. Juicy. Nice.
Juicy Joe has to win this one to stay alive, obviously, to get it to 2-1. If Matsu wins this, the perfect parry.
Let's go. Juicy Joe says, I don't like powdery donuts.
Wow,
combo.
Let's go.
これはさすがにジョーかなり有利だな。
I am looking for a breadstick here, which means the number 1, the W on the side. There it is. That's a great start. Don't drive reversal.
Good defense from Matsu so far. Look at that.
Wow,
almost had it. Juicy Joe has a level 1, but the combo dropped in there. But he gets the shimmy. That's not going to be able to lead to the level 1 though. So Matsu has a chance still. Fates up the amnesia. Here we go. Level 2. Interestingly.
もう攻め切るのか。
I think he wants to just try to build some of that drive
天
gauge
空
back.
ペケ事件。
100% the air throw. Get out of here. Nice alley-oop to me.
空投げうまいよな、ジューシージョー。
Okay, Juicy Joe. All right, getting
結構
comfortable
使っ
here.
やってるイメージある。
Yo, he got one of the best air throws in the business. That's
Yeah,
good.
right. And while that was a great air throw, why does JB have an air throw?
I'm with it. I'm with it.
なんで空投げあるんだ。
I'm with it. I have no problem with that. He needs that, to be honest with you. The crouch and fist, it's a little brolic, but we need that though too. I'm talking like I'm a JP player, but no, I like seeing the chaos at the end of the day, so it's cool. I want you to have all the tools possible, especially dealing with an oppressive character like Kimberly. You get everything in the world, baby. No reversal, obviously amnesia, but you get exposed. Okay, Matsu, well, you're still in the hot seat 2-1.
I've always said that you're a joker, because now you just said you want to see the world
マッ
burn.
サン抜けてくれ。
I see ya. Wink, wink. Let's go, the departure. Let's go to our gate, please.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Run slide. One of the things that helps Kimberly in this matchup.
Damn. Right on the uncle.
偉いよ。は
There
い
we。go. Calculated indeed. That is what Matsu is representing here. You even see it on the departure setups and all that. The perfect parry. Oh, the Azuna drop. Okay, I'm still
こ
close
の
to you.
大
Looking for
パン
shimmy
大
the
パン
delay.
みた
Maybe
い
on the
な
crouch jab from
あれ
Juicy
が何
Joe.
なのかわかんないけど
Scratch him.
あれな
You gotta watch it.
自動差し返し
Looking
み
for
たいにな
that
って
whip,
る
but it's not overextending. Waiting for that, yes, but no
短い
range
The
for
range
punish.
on Kimberly. They did add
Do
the
enjoy.
ability for her slide on punish counter to knock down. And so sometimes you
Eh.
gotta punish those.
Like that. Like that.
Super. Not quite enough to kill yet. Throws out another can. What a read by Joe to get through that situation. But the run into the overhead kick.
した。
Gonna find its mark.
That was genius. Match point once again for Matsu.
We're hunting necks out here.
The overhead. Let's go. Nice. Okay. That worked for him before, but that was all for the perfect parry on the departure.
Speaking of perfect parry on the ghost right there. But tried to throw a little too early.
That would have been a beautiful way he just walked up and thrown. That would have been awesome, but hey, didn't react to it just yet. Oh, the feint on the ghost just to get some big damage. Beautiful stuff, and got him in the burnout. Oh, we'll take that trade all day. We still got to leave the overhead. Looks like you got up and sacked. Unfortunate.
まあまあまあ
Let's
こ
go,
れやむな
Joey.
し
Let's go. Juicy Joe. No, try that chat. Well, I didn't even see that it was a challenge. He just got straight up hit. I didn't even see the counter hit. Unless, of course, he tried to do an amnesia, but it was too late on the second part of the input, right? Oh,
This
no.
is a dangerous situation here. Oh, just goes up for the throw.
No shimmy.
Oh.
Try to snipe out the shimmy, the walk back with the crouch
あと
fist.
1回おうわ惜しいと思ったらなんも惜しくねえ終わりだ
Level 1 Matsu 56 is going to advance forward in the bracket. And Juicy Joe, unfortunately, all the stuff that he did to try to figure out how to take out Matsu did not pay off. And he was going to be double jeopardied by Matsu. And Matsu has made it in to the round robin phase that will be taking place tomorrow.
Good stuff, man. Listen, Matsu definitely had Juicy Joe's number. It was just the little intricate things, right? The run slide to just cut through the wind and dead all of that keep away. The perfect parry was very impressive on the double departure, the OD, and then he ran slide and he got a punish. Now Juicy Joe got to look for that, so he got to be careful for the departure, which means there's a big gap in the screen where there's not much of a trap, so it gives more of an opportunity for Matsu to get his maul on, aka get in there. As you can see, that gap was open. The runway was open, if you will.
And even though he blocked at that time, that overhead was what killed him in another round as well. So it's super fast. That OD run into the neck hunter is really fast.
Yeah, that's one of the things you look for. And obviously you have an option to a teleport, right? As well, Kimberly, you know, definitely.
Ooh, you see the pop-up from Matsu there.
Okay, here we go. Let me see how he feels. Let me see his facial reaction. Yeah. Let's see. He was so excited to crack this. He's like,
oh,
he's like, I'm sorry to do this to you.
Stop. Yeah. Oh, man.
Said Juicy Joe,
he's like, this is going to hurt me as much as it hurts you.
Yeah,
it's really not. It's really not.
Oh, he's like, yes, I ate. I'm full. Like, that was so awesome.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Dude, did he just walk away? Oh, no, he's still there. He's still there. Okay.
He was praying to the key, like, yo, thank you so much. I appreciate you because it wasn't mine. Matsu, good stuff, man. Finishing off strong, of course, suffered early on yesterday to Zen in the second part of the group, but he closed out the set. The group, I should say. So congratulations to advancing to the playoffs on the loser side.
Yeah, and then we're going to be jumping over to Group E and Group F, of course, with players like Tachikawa, Punk, Kakeru. I mean, yeah, they're in the loser side. JR, Moke, and Gachikun. Obviously, you do not want to miss that. But I had a great time here with you, Yipes.
My man.
Yeah, but we are going to be taking a quick break right here with a commentary swap. See you guys right after this break.
Break. Yes. 最初から2人とも椅子に座らないで立ちながらやった方がいいんじゃないか。86。
Reach your impossible, Lenovo Legion.
ということで。
The run back, you got it done yesterday. It was close yesterday, as you said earlier, 3-2. But today, what felt different?
He definitely, I don't know, his button placements in general, especially stand jab. I actually countered it the first set we played, and I just completely forgot it. But there was different placements of where his buttons were overall. Yeah. So it was just good strategy. I had a feeling he was gonna come up with something, you know. But you need to take that set. I just took too long to adjust to what his button times were, you know.
Were you gonna play exactly how you won yesterday, or did you also think to change up a few things before the set began?
Oh yeah, especially on defense. I mean, he actually was throwing me a lot more in this set. Throwing me a lot. So like, I decided like after the first game I was gonna keep teching a lot, and for the most part it was working out for me. But all he needs is that one shimmy, and he got that one shimmy, you know. And I was dying. So yeah, he was in control for a lot of the matches. So it was good stuff to him.
Great set to watch, man. Jewel Kevin, always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Look forward to having you back another time. All right, guys, you've heard it here. I mean, great set to watch. You never know what's going to happen when these two play. It could go either way, as we saw yesterday and today.
Welcome back to the studio here. Esports World Cup 2025. Street Fighter 6 Day 2 continues as we conclude groups C and D. And as you just heard from Jewel Kevin, he has also been eliminated from the tournament as Big Bird redeems himself from his day one loss to manage to overcome Jewel Kevin 3-2 and qualify for the next phase. Cola, we're going to talk to you first about this. I think, you know, you definitely will have the most to say about this result. How do you feel about that performance?
I keep it a buck. You know, I feel like Kevin was winning, and we saw it clearly. The counters were happening great for Kevin's side, but then it reversed. It was Kev that was getting countered continuously, and he mentioned it during his interview. The button place was just different. The defense was also better for Big Bird. He was surviving a lot more situations, and then we saw Kev get a little bit antsy towards the end. The Arabian Cyclone blowing up the DI as out of desperation. It felt like Kev just couldn't get a handle to close things out. 3-2, not bad, Kev. You know, see you later, brother.
You sounded upset. You sounded really down there.
We'll talk about Juicy Joe real soon, won't we?
You can if you want.
Justin, you said yesterday that Big Bird's a player that often takes, you know, 1 or 2 games to get going. Maybe that benefits him in open bracket tournament, but there's no like warm-up matches here at the Esports World Cup. Well, he had an incredible performance against Shuto, and that obviously carried him into that decider match.
Yeah, I mean, once you know like who you're going to play after day one, you feel I feel like more relieved, and we kind of saw more of Big Bird's confidence, especially using kind of like Whirlwind, his button placements. And I think the one thing that really stood out from Big Bird was when he's confident in the corner with consistent throws over and over, and he has a hard read on you, it's like he always guesses right.
Jammers, we're going to move on to Group D, which means we're going to have to talk about Juicy Joe, unfortunately. Now, he was able to get the job done against Psycho, but it was a very different story in that decider match against Matsu. What changed?
Firstly, I didn't, because I had to watch back yesterday, and I didn't like his approach, because I know it's a really rough matchup for JP, and I was talking about this with Justin Wong. He had a bad approach, but I didn't like the way he tried to figure it out on the fly, because it was leading into very bad decisions. And unfortunately, there are times where it just domino effect where you guess wrong. He made some slight adjustments, which are actually getting better, but there was still a couple of issues where I think it's a Kimberly issue, because we have a lack of experience in Europe there. So I think Matsu just figured it out. He's got way more high-level JP experience than the other way around. So it's really unfortunate Joe couldn't take the distance, but somebody in that group had to do the Kimberly gauntlet. Somebody had to.
We say goodbye to Juicy Joe representing Ninjas in Pajamas, but say hello to Matsu, who does qualify for the next phase. And you can see Big Bird there as well, securing his qualification. They're representing Reject. He joins Angry Bird, who of course made it into the playoffs already in day one. We say goodbye to Jewel Kevin as well. An unfortunate turnaround as he loses 3-2 after getting the better of Big Bird 3-2 on day number one. As another key is crushed. And big up to the Reject fans as well. Justin, we've been looking at the crowd, haven't we? It's been very impressive, the amount of support that they've got out here.
Dude, everybody came out from Japan. Like,
it's crazy.
Yeah, usually we're expecting like from Team Falcons, the drums, you know, Twisted Minds. But the Falcons came out, like Team Reject, all the fans of them, and even Zeta's division, they're all in the background. And I really love to see it because that means a lot. Even you can even see it from like the interview that Reinhardt did with like the Japanese players. Like, Japan finds this event very important, and the club championship really means important to them as well.
Yeah, I mean, Street Fighter 6 right now, it's at a level in Japan in terms of support and fandom that has never been seen before. And, you know, to see the players here, the faithful here supporting them, it's incredible. You know, we're very much aware of supporting other esports, you know, Counter-Strike going on this week as well. We're very used to that in other large games, but to have it now in Street Fighter 6 off the back of this esports World Cup, it's a great atmosphere, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't expect all these fans from all over the world to come out for sure. I expected more of the local community, but that's how important esports World Cup means to a lot of these players, man.
Jammers and Coley, you've been to Japan. You've been there for events like the Capcom Cup. You've seen the fans there. Is the atmosphere here very similar? They bring in that same energy?
Yeah, 100%. When we were in the Goku Kikan, I think it was. Ringer's going to kill me for pronouncing that wrong. But it was electric. And the queue to get in, it was all over the street. We're outside. This, very close, and I think it can rival it in a very short space of time as well. That's just how passionate people are about watching their favorite plays and their favorite video games.
Try to commentate, just in general, at Street Fighter League. You could not hear each other at all. The reverence, the electricity in that venue was absolutely astounding.
There you can see the players of Group F arriving. Gachi-kun there awaiting in the decider match. We have Moke and Junior playing against each other. Of course, Torameshi already making it out of this group that's entirely populated by Japanese players, which is, I guess, on topic the discussion we're having. There's going to be a lot of noise coming from that crowd as well as they cheer on their favorites. Guys, Junior didn't really get a good run of it in his initial match against Torameshi, so much in fact that he kind of convinced himself out of picking his main. But what do we see this matchup going? We're facing against Moke. That's going to be a very different proposition, isn't it?
It's different, and obviously it's not going to be Dawson, but it is Chun-Li. Chun-Li does very well against Zangief, but it's definitely more doable. Obviously, if she throws a Kikoken, he can rely on just trying to get the jump. So I'm hoping to see Zangief this time and not the Bison.
Yeah, I remember Veki going into in-depth detail about this back in season 1, year 1 of the game. He just thought this was a torrid time, but if you're going to go out via comfortability, you might as well just go guns blazing and bring out the Zangief.
Now you might be asking why we showed you Group F first. That is because we have an update on Group E, and unfortunately, Kakeru is unable to compete today due to illness, so he has had to bow out of the bracket, which is a huge shame. One of the big favorites, but has Fortune now shine on Punk after yesterday's heartbreaking miscalculation? I will say he is one win away from making it out of the pools, but he does have to face Tachikawa. Tachikawa coming off the back of his LCQ qualification, a huge high for him. But Punk is going to want to make a statement today, isn't he, Cola?
100%. I think that in Japan, the Manon players like the Kemi matchup, even though elsewhere it's the reverse. And Tachikawa is very much a student of the game. He is a coach for many of the players. He has been for seasons upon seasons. And when he showed out at Street Fighter League, he showed out as being one of the top players over Good 8 Squad when he was out there. As a player himself, we've seen him cook up, but against Punk, man, after what happened, and the energy Punk that have now, having to reclaim the throne of EWC and win after that situation that happened, we'll just call it that. I think that it's going to be a tall order for Tachikawa regardless.
We are looking forward to our next two groups coming up for you right after this short break. Do not go anywhere. The action continues right here from the Esports World Cup 2025, Street Fighter 6 Day 2. We'll see you then.
ファーストクラス乗ってみてえな。いやファーストクラスとか採算合ってない感じして自分の金じゃ絶対乗りたくないね。採算合わなすぎる。30時間乗るって言われても別にビジネスでいいしな。税金対策っつっても結局使うからね。結果マイナスよ。ファーストクラスって何が違うんだろう。エミレーツとかかな。エミレーツファーストクラス。ドアついてるこういう料理困るんだよな、食い方わかんねえから。すごいバーカウンターあるやん。
Welcome back to the Esports World Cup. We are here with the Street Fighter 6, and of course, it is Elimination Day. The matches have been living up to the hype, and that is actually an understatement. Those last ones that we just saw, Group C, we saw Big Bird take down Shuto to eliminate him, and then get the run back, the revenge up against Dual Kevin, again going down to 3-2.
And it's looking good. Honestly, it feels like every player winning is having a lot of
別に
fun.
普通な状態なんだけど、2人以外のカメラに映ってる人間が立ってるのがウケるな。
3-1ing Psycho, but then reversal. You got to play the Uno reverse card, and that was the case for Matsu56, who knocked Juicy Joe out, crushed his key, and now has made it into phase 2. But we still have more to go through today, as we've basically just hit the third of the way of our fighting.
Yep, still earlier on in elimination bracket time, but that's it. This next match, ladies and gentlemen, I do have to make sure we inform you that Kakadu has actually withdrawn from the tournament. Much love to Kakadu. So this next match, Punk versus Tachikawa, the winner of this will qualify for the next phase. Ladies and gentlemen, it is about that time. Punk the God versus Tachikawa. Let's send things over to our commentators.
4 groups down, 8 more to go, and what a better way to start off from the break with Group E. We had seen the big drama that had happened just the other day with the critical error that had occurred between Punk and Xiaohai. However, today's a new day, especially with what's on the line. This is elimination time between Tachikawa and Punk, and boy, is it a big one. The one that actually takes the W here moves on into that qualified spot.
That's right, with Kakaru being unable to play in his match, the winner of this one does advance forward, and I wonder if that all of a sudden shifts almost kind of like an unexpected extra pressure on this match here. But this is a chance here for Punk to make up for that mistake from yesterday, but obviously standing in his way is Tachikawa, a player who is just so well versed in the game and can really just catch you unexpectedly with, you know, characters like Manon.
Yeah, and speaking of Manon, right, we've talked about this matchup quite a handful of times these last couple of locals. Have you actually seen the last time Punk faced off a high-end Manon?
Did he fight Idom recently?
He sure did, James. And that actually had gone pretty topsy-turvy, I feel like, the last couple of events. I mean, Punk has had Idom's number 2. Idom most recently over at the FlyQuest Fight Series actually took it down over Punk. So it's been pretty difficult to call. In the hands of Tachikawa, though, as he pilots Manon, could it be a different story? We'll see how well-informed Punk is going into game 1 between these two.
Yep, and here we go. And you know, one of the downside of that, the downside of that for Tachikawa is that Punk actually has good Manon competition. And so he has probably more familiarity with the character than a lot of other players do.
Yeah, we just prefaced it with that exact statement earlier, but Punk looking rather comfortable taking down Tachikawa to the corner, and now at least getting a little bit of extra damage as he gets out or tries to. This punish counter hits everything off of those mediums. That target combo leads into the metal accumulation. We've got 2 on board so far. Mission is, how many more can she get?
Okay. And there's another one on board right there for 3.
Wow, nagai.
Ooh, okay. Directly into the cannon spike. Punk round 1.
Pretty significant thus far in terms of the pressure that Punk does present. Trying to check down below. Tachikawa actually getting a throw, counter hit against Punk. And now here comes Olympic gold medalist Tachikawa with 4.
Oh, it's so scary.
かなりやってるからな。
Got that counter hit, and there it is. 5 medals now.
Well, you can anti-air for starters. Bring it back down to earth. Fully loaded Manon sitting on a perfect. This is going to be pretty significant going into the final round of game number 1. Punk, he needs to keep this momentum up, right? This big opener needs to dictate the rest of the pace and ensure that Tachikawa doesn't get a single chance to get a command grab in. That's very tricky.
Yeah, Punk's definitely got to get his maul on right here because you do not want to have to deal with that mix-up of throw or attack because it's so scary now with that 5 medals. Ooh, Punk missed that. Here comes Tachikawa. Tachikawa just needs to use those medals as a threat to make Punk make mistakes. Oh, but the read from Punk.
Yeah, man, you talked about mistakes. Punk is doing the exact opposite with the appropriate read.
そのコンボやめてくれ。
And not going to be dropping to this super. Not anytime soon. That's going to be game number 1 on the board to start things off. Bang!
Man, if I was Punk, I wouldn't even have reached for the water until I saw that KO.
Damn, you ain't wrong. You're definitely not wrong. There are certain moments where we know it's going to kill, but man, I got to be feeling some type of way. If I was in that scene, I'm like, no, I'm going to keep this close.
After yesterday, I'm just like, I'm not getting up till I see the KO on the screen.
You're damn right.
Oh, man.
Command grab incoming. No, actually, Tachikawa tried to bait out possibly an OD uppercut from the side of Punk. He actually was cognizant to go down below instead and catch Tachikawa possibly walking backwards, but that roundhouse is going to be doing a lot of work, and also for Manon.
Yeah, and of course, one of the biggest advantages Manon will always have is the range on her buttons. Just outpacing a lot of other characters.
Right, I think so. In regards to this matchup as well, Roundhouse is such a great starter. Low medium kick deceptively long, but also that stand medium punch is a punish counter to get things started for Tachikawa. How do you keep Punk contained? How agile Cammy can be. Oh, rather difficult. So we thought medium.
これさっきもそうだけど内容マジで悪くないな。全然勝ちそう。
decided to walk forward and close that space. He's trying to fight his way out of the corner. And we got a counter hit right there from Tachikawa.
What do you do now? As you got 3 medals, how do you enforce your will?
見えてるよ。
You know how hard it is to get that exact dive kick, timing, spacing, and that angle?
Wow.
Ooh, but look at that perfect timing for the counter hit from Punk to be able to start his offense. But as you see, Tachikawa winning the first round, but at 3 medals here.
And also 3 bars. He could close it out after a single hit. And Punk is weary of that.
Too close that time. Punk did get the punish counter. Oh, that standing medium punch again! Finding the mark, and Tachikawa ties it up 1-1.
名前言われてるだけなのに立川って言うだけでちょっとおもろい。
Managing to find the right momentum. You know, Dual Kevin had harped on this a little bit earlier ago on his interview about the timing of buttons or the spacing of certain buttons, right? Tachikawa has seemed to have found the right timing against Punk thus far.
うわ惜しい今の。
You know, that shine clip that kind of went viral in the FGC is actually just, that is excellent advice. Learning the timing of your buttons and staggering them and throwing them out in syncopated timings makes a big difference. And now you see what's the adjustment here is that Punk is standing outside the range and just trying to bait it. And now he has the whiff punishes.
Makes a lot of sense. Now Tachikawa measuring with different tools and also successfully defending against the dive kick.
わあ中盤の空振り絶対咎めてくるまんや。
And the roundhouse now also still trying to gauge the distance between Punk. And I like that, utilizing the reactions against him with the cross medium first.
Oh my goodness.
ファジージャンプしてるっぽいな。
Every single command throw attempt practically in that situation right there.
That makes a lot of sense too. A lot of the command grabs that have come via Tachikawa's presence is mostly because of normals, right? Into drive rush. This is huge. You could chip out for the kill. You do have plenty of drive gauge at your disposal. It's just how do you do it, right?
There's that drill right there. Oh, he's going. And he beats Punk's OD.
Makes a lot of sense to me.
You know, that's that beautiful trick of going from defense instantly to offense to catch people off guard, but it did not work versus Punk, who goes up 2-1.
Even Punk reeled back in the seat. He's like, damn, if I hadn't moved out of the way, I definitely would have gotten got. He was right in the range too for the command grab, or so we briefly had thought.
中盤の感じだな。
Pretty scary stuff. Tachikawa
中盤差し替えされてるのがちょっとだるいね。
All right. And it's really interesting because when we saw the match versus Shanghai, every time Punk won a game, he was just like screaming in the chair and looking full of energy. And today, he seems to be very, very focused here and very concentrated here.
What a check against the drive rush immediately out the gate. Tachikawa trying to stay in full form. The delay on the drive rush does get checked out by Punk.
今度は暴れてくる。 早投げが本当になんか知らんけどうまくいってる。
He's done that 3 times thus far in this set.
Why?
Normally that's a given.
No, not falling for the shimmy. Tachikawa staying steadfast, and yeah, when you're waiting for that standing medium punch to whip punish, that's when it opens you up to get hit by that roundhouse like that.
Yeah, and he changed it up too. He started to go with low medium kick instead. Nice gauge on the distance. Willing to press that standing light punch. Also got the counter it against Punk, thinking it was his turn. So tough to call too with the spacing that Tachikawa's moving at.
You can see how scary it is trying to approach that danger zone that Malone possesses.
Medium from Punk. Going off of a blocking instead. Wow, man. Willing to spend the rest of it. A beautiful punish counter.
Oh, wow. You see that sigh of relief there from Punk. But Tachikawa, yeah. I mean, the hard part is when you play Manon, like, playing the neutral is so important, but then you fight someone like Punk, who is just a neutral god, the neutral slayer.
Oh, that was beautiful. Command grab.
4 medals. Things can go south very quickly here.
Yeah, that mix is just so potent. Tachikawa already instilling the fear, at least within this round, letting Punk know specifically that he's not out of it just yet. Looking at match point for Punk, by the way. I might have spoke too soon, James. This one he's allowed to pop off in. I'll definitely say that.
He's like, I'm staying here.
There
we go. Shoutouts to Punk.
Nice work, man.
But unfortunately, that means we do lose Tachikawa. And I was really interested in watching how that neutral was playing out. Because in that last round there, if you saw, like you said, trying to take advantage of the reactions, he kept throwing out standing light kicks to see if Punk was just swinging at the first sign of a button. And Punk was not getting baited at all.
Yeah, not until after game 2, right? That strategy had played out just a bit, right? It wasn't going to be like enough. You'd have to start throwing out
五七五風味というか全然違うけど、あの風味うざいななんか。
has had way more experience in that department in comparison. But speaking of which, Punk now making it through to the qualifying stage. Let's get an interview standing by with our
最後に
host.
立つのは立川って結構ファジーじゃない。
Congratulations to the man himself, Punk the God. So, of course, now, actually, before we even get to that, I noticed after you hit that critical or that super at the end, you behaved a little bit differently today.
Yeah, you know, I don't know when them super's going to kill, obviously, so I'm sitting in my seat now.
All right, lesson learned, but I would say, man, you never seem to hide from the moment. You're always entertaining the fans. Are you conscious of trying to put on a show for everybody at home, or are you just mainly doing it for you?
I think since I stream so
まあね、
much,
体調不良かどうか
I'm
を
just
聞き
more
取れなかったけど。
animated than I was back in the day because it's just how I am now. So I think that's
この二人
pretty
の勝
much
っ
the
たやつ
main
が次の
reason.
日行く。って
Okay,
言
and
った後に
now
かけるがああだこうだって
officially
言ってたけ
you
ど。
are into the
何言っ
round
てたかわか
robin
んない。
phase. How do you like your chances with that format?
I like my chances very good, and you know, I just want to say one thing. I hope that I can win this tournament for Kakaru, who could not play today. So my main goal now is to win for Kakaru and let everyone know that our group was the hardest. So I hope Kakaru is going to be doing well, and
これってどうなるんだろう。
when next time he see me, I am the new EWC
さすがに
champion.
負け側で進む
Ladies
よ
and。gentlemen, class act one
勝
more
ち側
time.
の12人がからマイナス1って感じなんかな。
Punk, you could go ahead and crush your opponent's key.
What a great message there from Punk. Nicely done. I really appreciated hearing him say that.
Ah,
you know,
そうかそうかそうか。
acknowledging Kakaru and
確かに負け顔
how,
か。
you know, obviously
せや
this
せや。
group, as soon as the groups came out, this was the first one everybody had their eyes on.
Truly, yeah, we had dubbed this the death group for a very particular reason, right? Seeing how it played out, though, I mean, real heartfelt sentiments coming in from Punk. It just matters a little bit more now, right? I don't know if that adds. I don't think that really adds more pressure to him specifically. We're seeing a whole different side of Punk in regards to his focus and the way he performed against Tachikawa, adapting to all of the different strategies thrown at him in such a quick amount of time, and also just humility towards the super arts now,
See?
right?
See, Punk, now you know what it feels like, right? You never tell if it's going to be able to kill or not. Oh, man. Oh, but that is a great job right there to Punk. He's going to advance forward. Like I said, unfortunately, that does mean we lose Tachikawa, who is always just a fun player to watch. Also a great personality as well. Oh, Punk is
なんかプレスキの方が潰れてね。
some glee in this.
No, he covered up a little bit. Wait for it. The snap, there it is. Yeah, nobody. So I don't think you guys understand.
メダルが
It's
くっついて
definitely
んのか
not
な
an
あれ。
act when the key actually like snaps and gets crushed.
なんか先っぽの形が最初に見た時より形が変わってる気するんだよ。
But we might see an even louder bang coming in from our Zangief resident. We got Junior coming up to the stage representing Group F to fight off against Moke. Now, a little bit of a change up though. We did see a bit of his Bison play, which we will harp on in just a bit, but with a
さ
character
すがに
like
モケさんに
Chun-Li,
メダル潰してほしいな。
piloted by Moke, I'm actually quite unsure if he's going to stick to the Zangief.
You think so? You think Chun-Li gives Zangief that much problems, huh?
I actually don't
メダル
truly feel
応
that
援
way,
枠
but it's really up to
存
the
在
mind
したんだ。
of
True,
Junior,
for sure,
to be
for
honest
sure.
with you. Talking about it a little bit in the green room with some of the other talent, you know, Junior, the way that he played his Bison, it just didn't feel the way that we expected it to in regards to like how Bison should be played, right? I think Justin had talked about it earlier. Junior was moving in a way where it still felt like Zangief, just in a different body.
Yeah. We've seen that before with Snake Eyes when he used to play Evil Ryu in Street Fighter 4. It felt like it was a
pure footsie.
Yeah, it was
right?
like
Rather than pure aggression.
Exactly, yeah. It felt like a grappler style that he was playing. Well, we'll see right here what Junior decides to go with. Obviously, Zangief is his main, but Moke has been doing damage with Chun-Li for so long, and I love these signs. Moke, win! I love these signs here. I mean, when at Capcom Cup earlier this year, when we started seeing the crowd with all the signs and the drawings and everything of all the players and such, it's such a cool thing to see. to see where we've gotten to in the FGC.
Yeah, one of the big things we're seeing right now is the info coming up from Moke. 75% success rate in anti-airs. That's actually pretty cool. I don't know how often we get to see Zangief take to the skies as much, right? Like, even like off of a knockdown. Most of the time you want to like enforce your will with headbutts off of a knockdown and also create that ambiguity, which could lead into the SPDs, which could lead into fat damage called in with the drive rush cancels. But looking at the side too, Junior, I think that's a pretty important note to make. Also, 60% of anti-airs from his side as Zangief, rather impressive, right? Most of those are going to be coming from lariats. I think 95% of those are going to be coming from lariats, right?
If you've got that lariat at least early enough there, obviously lariat not quite what it used to be, but honestly, it is getting the job done. And where in season 1 we were all like, make the lariat hit both sides, etc., etc. No, if we did that now, that would be a huge mistake.
I wouldn't be surprised if they buffed it to that degree later down the line. I genuinely wouldn't be surprised at this point.
Okay.
I'm not trying to wish it into existence, guys. I'm just letting you know, man. I'm just letting you know either get ready for full praise from the Zangief army or get ready for heartbreak, man. I'm just letting you know. I'm going to be right there with you when I explore ranked eventually, because I might be just going for the one and done. Even if I lose, I'm like, I'm cool, man. Zangief, you got it.
Oh,
man. You know now.
Definitely one of the hardest, one of the scariest characters to fight against, for sure.
Funny enough,
食中毒ぐらいだったらゲロ吐きながらぐらいだったらやりそうだよな EWC だったら
We've talked about my adventures with Chun-Li and Street Fighter 2. I preached a ton about Chun-Li and Street Fighter 3. Don't get me started. Third Strike specifically, that's the only game she was in, really.
Right.
So,
マジで立てないみたいな感じかも
But look, that's not going to be the case. It's going to be Mai. That's right. Moke has been practicing Mai as of late. Mai a mistake. You know, I like the amount of control that's going to be in, I guess, in the hands of Mai.
You know
more
what?
often than not.
I remember now all the doom and gloom tweets from the Chun-Li players out there. They were like, we've lost Moke. So yeah, I remember this now. Okay, here we go.
So talk to me a little bit about it.
Yeah, well, obviously the thing about it is, like, if you play Chun-Li, you have all these cool tools, but if you have another character that has a lot of the similar tools and more, why not go
more right there?
Yeah,
you see that follow, you see the charge fan, that is the and more.
Right, because with Chun-Li, like, throwing a Kikoken and following it, it's kind of cool, but then you have Mai over here, and the range of that cancelable stand heavy punch.
Yeah, even that medium punch too.
Yeah.
Both really great at controlling the space against someone like Zangief, who could try to do that as well. I think Zangief has taken more of like a counter-poking stance recently. I don't even know what name I said earlier. I definitely stuttered. It was so random. But yeah, I think Zangief has definitely taken more of like a counter-poke type of positioning in the current meta until knockdown happens.
Train combo off of that headbutt spells bad.
Bad news? No, that's death. That is.
一回駒投げ避けててあれやもんな
うわ Oh my god, the Siberian Express.
All aboard. Yeah, it's one of those extra mental stack things you gotta be thinking about when you go up against Zangief. All of a sudden out of nowhere. Ooh. But only into the fan, so. Oh, the armor getting through there, and now Moke trapped in the corner has to fight his way out.
We talked about that counter-poking stance, right? The counter-poking methods that Zangief has to go through to utilize that armor. That sweep still getting punished. Time to get serious. Even if she wasn't dead, look at the amount of life Junior has and also the burnout factor. However, right into the pavement.
モケさん潰さずに帰ってしまうの
I was
か
actually worried that the OD Lariat was not going to hit on the first one to be able to cancel into that level 3 right there, but it worked out. It just reached, I swear it was like pixels.
叶うなら
Doing that sometimes,
1枚は潰してほしい
Very good range on that level 3.
あの笑顔を見たい
Alright, so far Moke here doing a good job with his own no line. Bad confirm right there from Junior.
Oh, trying to get away with the sweep. Moke very attentive to that detail. Some Zangiefs try to really outreach their opponent by taking some of those pretty big risks.
Yeah, Moke right now doing a much more solid neutral game.
前の集計とテリーの集計似てるな
Everybody gets got by that. I'll tell you what, when you think it's time to let go of that parry, because of the fact that she can go into a throw, it just makes it that much more dangerous.
Yeah. I mean, you see a lot of more players get caught by those overheads, like when you drive rush right next to them and do it. Ooh.
Utilize that roundhouse from Moke, not really being able to find the mark.
Heavy punch is so scary. Wow, just over there, like you mentioned, drive rush right in the throw there.
It's as if Mai has a command grab herself. Totally kidding. Oh my, no pun intended. Jeez, that fierce again! Going for the outreach.
Yep, and now has the flame stocks all loaded and ready to go. But
oh,
I think that was totally worth the meter temporarily, but no way.
Get him, he did.
We got 3 bars left.
Wow.
Oh my! With the Musasabi no Mai is gonna take it over that lariat. Remember, we saw the 60% anti-air rating right there. Means that he does have that trigger finger to get that anti-air. Moke taking advantage of that.
That was such an important knowledge check. That was such a good read on some of the Zangief tendencies that you should be prepared for. Junior, I don't think he'll fall.
SA1 だったら反対側に吹っ飛んでってそう。
We'll see, man.
そういう意味で確定は取られなかったかも。当たってもなさそうだけど確定もなさそう。
Probably tried to go for the back throw right there. Wanted to do the side switch. Good tech from Junior, and now Junior holding this corner here.
Pretty dry on the drive gauge is Moke, by the way. How do you find yourself that exit? OD Lariat. Looking kind of rough now. Moke is stuck in this position.
Wow. Junior Zangief is such a wall. Oh. And that round goes to Junior.
Oh, I know that head shake. He's like, nah, man, I got this. Ain't no thing. It's just another Mai.
Now, unfortunately, that was a whiff cancel on that standing light kick, so it was a 3-bar usage right there, but...
Yeah, not too bad when you land an SPD, though. Like, with the amount of, like, gauge you gain back for yourself.
Yeah.
If you're looking at, like, the current status, right, Moke, he's only got, like, 1 big hit he could land. Oh, my God. But off of a punish counter, that goes out the window. He puts himself in a burnout if he manages to go for, like, an OD fan, normal into cancel, right? So he's going to be playing a little bit more precautiously. Actually, that's a good start. He just had enough for that drive rush cancel. That poke is so important to stop Junior from that drive rush onslaught, and I like this even more so.
Punish counter. You got Junior try to perfect parry that drive rush attack. Burns out Mai.
Yes, Express! Not quite enough!
But, and you know what, the problem is that Zangief doesn't have a lot of good ways to chip the opponent.
No, he doesn't, right? Oh! He could level 2, right? So Moke is in danger. He actually cannot throw a fan. He's
wow,
what's a fan to a super?
A single hit. I mean, I think he confirmed on that little tiny bit of Junior walking forward. Like, he just saw it, he was like, no, this is hitting, this is hitting.
Oh, that's got to be a big sign, too. Moke
めっちゃ頭突きで補正切ってこようとしてるな。
between the attempted steal from Junior. He's trying to take his turn back multiple times over this whole set.
リターン差がすごいんだ。
Yeah, Moke playing very, very aggressively here. Going for those wake up and going for drive rush throws again.
Yeah, we'll definitely take that. The counter hit from the side of Junior. Gets himself out of the corner, scoring that knockdown. However, again, Moke in a position where he's not allowed to throw fans. Junior definitely buffering for that level 2 just in case it does happen, and also keeping himself within range.
弾持ってるやつちょっと使い始めて思ったけど。
Getting blown up sky high. Here comes Mai.
絶対普通に立ち回ったら確定で差し返せたシーンでこっちが弾打ってて噛み合って弾一発で確定終わった時マジ悲しいよな。
But you were talking about the level 2, and he's thinking about keeping himself at that distance. That's where his mental stack is, which is why Moke is able to do that drive rush throw. So really smart on Moke to recognize that as well and take advantage of that mental stack.
Yeah, it's been rather difficult, right, for Junior to even kind of like discern whether or not he should go for a counter poke, whether or not he should parry. I think going forward with that information, Moke might be able to drive rush more and just take advantage of these throws. That's a nice parry against the Hell Stab.
Get yourself out of that situation, and again, another drive rush in the throw.
Yeah, that entire sequence all started because of that perfect parry.
Wow,
right now, Junior trying to escape the corner via movement. Not going to be able to find that success just yet. That tech still in benefit of Moke because of the fact that he's spaced out with enhanced fans now.
Yep, and here we go. Got it. Oh, he tried to go for a shimmy right there, but nice call out by Junior with the crouching light kick.
What do you do about this though, Junior? You're at critical health. You have one more sequence for a driver's cancel.
Oh, but you know, not gonna cause him death just yet. What a check!
Wow!
Oh, and what a steal!
What the fuck?
My man was checking if he was asleep at the wheel. He sure was. Got that SBD. Keeps the dream alive.
It's got to feel a little bad for
Moke,
not for the fact that he's up 2-1. Nice check on the drive rush this time.
Oh, jump back is the option. This time as Junior halts the combo.
You see, maybe now what happening is Junior is trying to fake like he's looking for the level 2 and waiting for the drive rush.
You get the big punish counter. Junior has been swinging a lot. Wow!
なんかやばそう雰囲気どうなるんだどんくらい減るんだなんか思ったより減ってるけど
Yeah, and now you're burned out, but look at this, Moke finding just the right time to counter poke.
Uh-oh, you're in burnout. You tried to dash raw. Junior said, take it back to the kitchen and let me cook.
See that little
なんか残機の浴びせ切りみたいなのからスタートした時9000ぐらい減るイメージある
I mean, it's external right now. He's definitely showing a lot of physical emotion. He was popping off in his seat already.
See, grapplers are all just very happy, excited people. This is what it is.
You think so? Absolutely.
現地民モケがあるやんけ
All we're trying to do is give people hugs. That's all grapplers are doing.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's all.
It doesn't help like the icon.
大阪のモケがある
I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, it looks like outside looking in. It definitely just looks like a smiley face to me.
Oh, it's got to be a smiley face. Oh, God. My faces.
Speaking of smiley faces, I love the fact that he's gone for that big smile, that big grin from Zangief. He's just having a grand old time. Oh, and the overhead again. Coming in from Moke.
Ooh, nice anti-air from the walk back as well. Oh.
Oh. Plethora of mediums coming in from Junior. Now the lights, the mix is coming, especially after that headbutt, still within range. Great tool to gauge whether or not you're within range.
Try to jump back or something after that first of the slap chop right there. Ooh.
Trying to grab what now? Nothing here. Back roundhouse after the drive rush. Strike throw mix. Couple of lights still within range. That's so difficult to deal with.
Okay, got the drive rush cancel this time. He's gonna go into the level 2. Should be able to kill here. Now, it's actually Junior who's at match point first.
A very expensive one at that. I mean, you see the suit, he's willing to spend that money. Here's the check, roundhouse and rebuttal. Moke, what do you do in this space? He does catch a counter hit. Perfectly timed back roundhouse, couple of lights. What do you do against the fan? Junior still being able to thread the needle on offense, or at least defense, I should say, not up to this point. Punish counter, we do get the throw. Moke, how do you keep on the pressure?
All right. Backs away over there. I feel like Moke has had really good success on those throw ticks in the corner. He's just going to go for the charge. He doesn't want to spend everything into the level 3 for the guaranteed victory. Even a level 2 probably would have killed right there.
Possibly.
Oh no.
Yeah, didn't want to spend that bar according to, I mean, with how much life he had left. But if you let Zangief run you over after this, you might be feeling a different type of remorse not spending.
I was so scared when Moke jumped back that was a level 1 was going to come out of Zangief right early on in that one sequence, but Moke takes it, and here we go. It's final game, final round.
2 bars apiece. Moke still able to throw that fan, actually a further out distance. Get that buff. Being a lot more potent in the final game forces Junior back, even closer to the corner. No punish on the sweep, too far out.
Good spacing right there from Junior. Oh, there it is. Bonk on the head right there with the fan.
What more can you do? Moke tried to jump. OD uppercut.
And it was the first time he has done it in a while. And he did it back to back.
You called for it. Oh my god.
Reach with the stand medium punch. We started off talking about the range on her heavy punch and her stand medium punch, and we saw it play out there in the end. Stand medium punch, drive rush cancel into the next round.
So much to really think about, right? I think Mai's presence in neutral is one thing to note in regards to what she can do with her fans, especially when she's enhanced. But I think just the danger that she possesses, the dangerous threat that she possesses, in the corner just make it that much more difficult, right? I think she's just so powerful with the ranges that she could play at, or like keeping the opponent in check in the corner. But the throw game is ever so deadly when it comes to this character, right? 2 lights into a throw, drive rush forward, back round also still within a strike throw mix. That's so difficult to manage.
Oh, yeah, and you can see right there, Moke getting away from that. But again, Junior was able to really start making this comeback here, and you saw how hype he was getting, which just it was a good indication of the momentum shift. But Moke was able to close it out here in the end with that drive rush cancel.
Yeah, because she has so much more control, right? Like, you think about the type of playstyle Zangief has to play. Like, how can you counterpoke somebody who has the limbs that whiffing those set buttons a lot? So how do you even get your game plan started? You have to force kind of maybe a reaction. Of course Moke would give the look. Of course he would. Yeah, he couldn't keep it for long.
Oh, man.
He went from one look to another. This is something we expect from SFL a bunch, and don't we see it? Wait, is he waiting for it? Okay, like, okay, it wasn't a flinch. He was like, yeah, pretty powerful. This aura is just totally different from Moke.
Dude, he was the Street Fighter 6 character on the versus screen just there, dude. Switching between all the faces.
And I love that too, man. Moke, always a class act, always entertaining to watch. And honestly, I love him going between Chun-Li and Mai. It just spells so much more potential success for him in the future. However, we'll see if that actually happens towards the rest of this tournament, or at least the rest of this group, as Gachikun is now his upcoming opponent. Gachikun fell just a little short to one of the two awesome representatives that we have here at EWC, and it was such a short match, by the way. Close, not short, excuse me. Such a close match. Why do they say short? Don't worry about that, guys. 3-2 between Torimeshi and Gachikun. Really, really close set.
But unfortunately, Gachikun wasn't able to clutch that one out, so he finds himself in this position. And the powerful thing is, if you can make it through all these losers bracket rounds, I believe once you get to the top 16, I think your records are set, right? Once you get to the top 16, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because we go through the round robin stage.
Right, that's right.
That's absolutely right. There is seeding involved, obviously, but it's going to be a whole different format going into day 3, which I'm personally excited about. There's so much analysis already going on from Incross in regards to like the history of the 3 players going into the next phase. So that's going to be so much more to look forward to. But as we focus up on now, Gachikun with this Rashid. Man, I've really been impressed with how well Gachikun has juggled through so many of the decisions that Rashid needs to make. Off of certain hits, off of certain situations, off of certain ranges as well, to either go for damage, corner carry, etc. Because, to be honest with you, Rashid has it all. He genuinely has it all. The point of difficulty is, however, how optimal you can make him off of said decisions.
Right. It's almost kind of like an offensive Dawson, you could almost kind of say, because on Dawson, on the defense, you kind of have to have that kind of same, knowing the ranges, knowing the distance, and so, and getting the right conversions.
I want to say it's more so kind of similar to Akuma.
Okay.
Right. I think you are correct in that regard. Right. You have a lot to think about in regards to those ranges, but Akuma also kind of has that similar regard offensively.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Makes sense. But here we go. It's but it is back to the Chun-Li for Moke. I like to go with the Mai here.
I like this a lot more. I think the threat of Hazanchu alone really prevents Gachikun. Oh my!
Really?
Okay, we're swinging! Forget my analysis portion. Let's talk about the game plans.
Right. There was the, hard read on the throws early on from Gachikun, and then just a wake-up OD 10 Shokak from Moke.
Good. good. Keep slugging it out.
Absolutely. We'd love to see that.
Yeah, not a lot of fireballs are going to be thrown from the side of Gachikun because Chun-Li does have that threatening presence with Hazanshu. She can keep it also very difficult to even try to initiate a counter or like any sort of moment because of her range herself.
All right, but here we go. Corner, but the counter pokes right there from Gachikun. Although he is burned out now. Trying to burn Chun-Li out as well. But finally got it there, but it was with OS, I believe, and so it was actually Moke just walked right into the range of that standing heavy punch, which caused him to trigger the Super Rashid the kicker.
Yeah, I mean, he was buffering it the whole time, right? Like, Gachikun was ready to get some big damage off of it just in case that Moke was trying to counter poke, trying to go for a low forward to prevent Gachikun from walking back. So that idea wasn't a bad one. Moke was just 2 steps ahead.
Yep.
Literally.
Yeah, and a weird head stomp miss earlier from Moke.
Wow.
Not sure what happened there, but it doesn't matter because Moke
こ
still
こで結構どっちも勝ってほしいよ
gets the head
な
stomp this time. And here
ど
we
っ
go.
ちも残ってて
Level
ほし
3
い
damage to put Gachikun
Not
in,
quite dead.
Yeah,
Not
in a
dead.
dangerous position.
And it's so difficult, right? You can't even stand within certain ranges. She's got so much covered, so much ground covered with a lot of the normals that she possesses, which make this so much tougher, I feel like, for Gachikun to get his game plan started.
So you can see right now the switch to Chun-Li is definitely working.
Whoa.
Oh, you said it!
鋭いな
One of the key components that most Rashid players like to utilize to set the pace, right? You get them in fear of the fireball, you force them back a little bit. You gain some of that estate, get into the ranges where you want to try to counter poke. It's been really difficult a lot of the times for other characters.
Yeah, but having a tool specific almost feels like it specifically counters that so directly.
That was excellent call out against the overhead choice from Moke. What do you do about this, right? This exact sequencing from Gachikun.
Okay, but that still at least is out of the corner.
おいしょ
In time.
短めでね
The counter is there and Gachikun
短め
gonna
は
take the first round here.
Yeah, if he lets it out immediately, it's going to be rather difficult to try to react and go for the DI.
Ah,
I to you. You know, Moke is just
すごい
that
速
good.
度
He's that damn good. He saw the fireball that much closer. He's like, you know what? I'm going to let it rip.
弾に対するインパクトの反応が速すぎるわ
Always. Oh, he had the safe jump on the head stomp, so it didn't bounce off, and Gachikun was ready for it.
That goes so hard, by the way.
Oh,
it's so sick.
Yeah.
With level 2, if need be, he does back up. Let's get ready for the big GSD. Great GDS, hello. Great Desert Storm. Jeez, that really kicked in last minute, huh? Here we go. What do you do about this?
Enhanced here. It gets the punish counter throw. That's 2080 on the board right there. And that is going to be victory for Gachikun.
I can't believe I messed up that acronym. Can you believe that? That's insane. I haven't messed that up ever.
It's all good.
Jesus.
Oh, man.
Gachikun on the board. Utilizing the super that everybody dreads. And for good reason.
Oh, overhead and then the whip punish. You saw him back out of the range just to be able to get into that whip punish spacing.
Real lovely, too. I like that, getting himself out of the corner is Moke for the side switch. Yeah, very sneaky too, just letting the first initial jump heavy punch rock. Landing just in time now to control this mid-range space. Despite the life deficit. Damn, that was a counter hit attempted from Gachikun. No checks here.
And now all the way to the corner here.
Yeah, we continue the feast, right? With this momentum, or at least so we thought. Hold on, Moke. There we go. Exposure down below, but it was a counter hit yet again. Catching the counter timings against Gachikun. However, back throw to set up for
やべえ中段は当たったら人生終わる
Gotta deal with it. The burnout
難しいゲーだ
happen here.
回してます
To the drive impact. Look at this damage here. Doesn't have quite the level 1. Didn't quite build up to it. So,
うわ歩き投げ
What was that range?
I know. I almost feel like Gachikun might have walked forward, you know, for the shimmy right there at the end.
No, he was leaning all the way back. He was in his gamer chair. He had the recliner on. That's crazy.
Oh, counter hit on that drive rush. Light punch again.
A little bit too close for Gachikun to maybe strike and counter.
モケさん内容いいな
Times instinctually we see green, we want to try to poke it out. Oh my god. It was nice. Beautifully done.
Blocks the overhead. Might have just been Moke. Fortunate trying to walk back. Oh no, wasn't expecting the stance. And just got clipped. The level 3 on deck.
うわーどうだ
Gonna be by a
ぴ
pixel,
っ
James.
たり
Yeah, this is one where you don't
い
stand
くかい
up
かないかぐらい
until-
うわー残った
He knew it. Definitely knew it. Frame's gotta hold it.
Oh, you're still
Not a bad
burnt out,
way to
and you
start.
have nothing to be able to stop a drive impact. Oh, but he got his meter back.
うわーうまい
The whiff punish there again.
渋い振らせた
Calling everything right thus far against Gachikun. It's been pretty intimidating for Gachikun to get started, genuinely.
And Mokei's like, thank you for the increased range on that
Wow.
crouching heavy kick. Oh, and there it is again.
あの手この手で球とがめる
punishing
な
that wind shot.
I think it's the first time we've seen OD spinning mixer thus far. From the side of Gachikun, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, too close, but actually too close, but too far.
I don't know what that means, James.
Standing heavy kick finding its mark again as Gachikun keeps trying to maintain this corner. Nice throw escape again. We've talked about this many times. Everyone wants a back throw.
わーかわいそう今のはさすが
He
に
was just pressing crouching medium kick.
週足打っただけですやん
Timing for him right there. That Moke went for that Hazanshu.
Can we go for the reverse results? Again, they played off against Gachikun took it down 3-1. This is double jeopardy time. Hello.
おおでかい
A lot of double jeopardies here for the end.
ビビるリ
Here
ー
we
チ
go. Oh,
No, but it's a safe jump. Ooh. 2 bars apiece. Down below, by the way, Gachikun and a solid knockdown. He's not going to go for it just yet, right? Too much health on the side of Moke, but he might not even get that chance. This back throw is everything for Moke, too.
I know. That's the
うわ
second
危
time
ねえ
it
今
looks like
の
he tried to walk away and couldn't get far away.
うわ
And
痛
that's the whip
ー
punish from Moke. And that's gonna do it right there. Moke
強え
getting the revenge
超
on
内容良かったな
Gachikun. He is going to advance, reversing the 3-1 into his own 3-1. And Gachikun is eliminated from Esports World Cup
これやばいぞ
25.
And that is just
でも2回目だからむずいよな
beautiful adaptation.
2回目っていうか
Day 1 and
2連続なのがちょっと
He's
むずいよ
kept
な
so much of Gachikun's button timings the entire set. So many counters. Like, even if you can't see it, you can just take note of how many times you see counter hit on the side of Moke, catching Gachikun
ガチ君のメダルっていうところでどれだけ出るか
preemptively to stop Gachikun from even trying to snipe out the legs, even trying to throw out sending medium punch or sending heavy punches, etc., or even trying to initiate fireballs. Like, how often do you get to see Rashid kind of stand still without using his special moves?
Right, and I wonder if that was the same reaction, because when he got that one throw, you mentioned that Gachikun reeled back in his chair, and then they just showed Katamoke almost being surprised that he grabbed that as well.
Heartbreaker. Absolute heartbreaker. And that's just how it goes in the elimination chamber. Moke, let's see if he puts on that smile again. Again, grimacing.
横顔でも口の角度が半分ぐらいある
Two keys in a row, but this one's gotta feel
So that's down,
even better.
up, right there. You know, versus green faces here.
Oh, you could. I swear I heard the clown.
すげえ楽しそう
That's crazy. That gold piece went flinging.
And you see
Moke,
that? Work is done. He's gone.
he's out of there. Into the next phase. This is the shakeup of Group F. Big changes in regards to the results. Moke taking it down over Gachikun 3-1. Amazing play. Tori Meshi and now Moke representing themselves into the playoffs. But that's not all. We got more groups coming at you. That's been the conclusion of Group F. We got more right after this break here at the Esports World Cup.
.そうめんあるか聞いたらそうめんないらしい最悪すぎるこのタイミングでそうめん作りに行こうと思ったのにそうめんなんか2分で作れるのによそうめんでいいのに 別にもう俺自分で作るんだよ自分で作るんだからいいだろ。ただそうめんなんか湯沸かして突っ込んで終わりやん。袋のラーメンより作るの楽だろ。カップ麺よりギリちょいめんどいぐらい。カップ麺よりはギリめんどい、さすがに。けど袋のラーメンより簡単、さすがに。いや俺さ、そうめん議論の時にさ、なんかボケーっと見ててさ、俺そうめんのこと好きなのにそうめんで争わないでって思って見てたらさ、いやそうめんマジこんぐらい大変なんだぞっつって上がってた画像がほぼそうめんじゃなくてめっちゃおもろかったわ。やばかった。フレンチ料理みたいなそうめんできいいよって自分で思ってる時じゃん。ああもうそうめんでいいやの時じゃん。
Punk.
その時に
this one match, right?
ネギ切んの
Punk
め
versus
んどくね
Takashikawa a lot.
Well, listen, first and foremost, I'm proud of Punk the God because he took it in the chin. We already seen what happened to him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's just killing it on the social media. Rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? He made a big mistake. But he took it in the chin and he knows, you know what? Let me not let this affect me. You know, the tournament ain't over. So I just got to move forward and just leave that in the back burner. And I do appreciate Punk the God 100% for holding it down. He's going to hold that torch for Kakaru moving forward. And I actually respect that. That camaraderie is beautiful. So.
Moke showing off both of his characters there on his run through the groups. Jammers, you're very familiar with Mai. Justin, a big fan of Chun-Li as well. In terms of that roster, I'll ask both of you, you know, what kind of holes are there in terms of those players?
魚屋行ってブリ買ってブリさばいたもん。でもそれでもう満足した。
You can argue JP. That might cause you a little bit of an issue.
もういいかな。
Other than that, I think it depends on the player you come across.
楽しかった実際。
I think they cover
いい包丁で魚さばくの楽しかった。
matchups in the game.
Yeah, I feel like he picked Mai because maybe he's not too sure about the fireball placements or even doing down kick. Having an actual quarter circle forward and a DP motion helps so much more. Maybe it's more reliable. I actually like Chun-Li versus Zangief a lot just because of the OD lightning legs against punish counter, especially with Junior using a lot of sweeps. That's a full combo, but he was able to still get it done with Mai.
Well, I mean, with the changes, especially the hurtbox changes, Zangief, I think as long as you keep the icons, because the icons are gone now. If you activate on block, I think he's actually going to be fairly okay because it enhances the damage, and you just need a hit confirm and just play the damage game, not the neutral game over time. So I think that's actually a good strategy for Moke there.
Yesterday, of course, saw Gacha really comfortably taking Moke 3-1. That score was reversed. And we've seen that quite a lot, haven't we, guys, where results that maybe happened yesterday, performances that happened yesterday were definitely left in the past. The Moke that we see today very different from the Moke that we saw yesterday. Yipes, I don't know if you got the opportunity to commentate any of his matches. I'm not sure, but obviously you've been watching everything. What do you think has been the big difference in Moke today?
Well, you know, sometimes you just gotta kick back and relax and just see what your mistakes are. You know, sometimes when you start off, you always want to play at your best, right? You want to start off hot, but sometimes that just doesn't go your way. I don't know if it's the bright lights or whatever the case may be, but for me, I feel like it's just overthinking at the end of the day. I feel like people has been a little bit timid when it comes to offense because everybody's so used to just running that one game plan where, okay, am I gonna drive rush and bait the throw? And I mean, I've seen a lot of scenarios where a lot of people is doing a lot of delays, so I don't know if they're just so scared of getting mashed on, trying to do like a delay tech or whatever. But you see in the meta as well, when you delay tech, obviously you get some drive gauge, so that's part of the meta as well. So there's a lot of things that you got to add in that. But all in all, I just feel like a lot of people's offense was pretty timid day one, and everybody just kicked it in a high gear going into day two.
As we move on into our next two groups, G and H, and Group G is going to be